got to do some links. Oh, might help if I had that in front of me, wouldn't it? Testing, testing. Oh, there we go. Testing, testing. It's really good. Okay. What was I going to do? Right. At everyone when Naval Action come by, say hello. I do apologise. I will be into the game in a moment. Just got to link out me stream here with Baron Cam. Yes. Very good. And now copy that, put it in here. Bloody marvellous. And put it in there. That's everyone. Paste. Bloody marvellous. And Twitter. Sorry, I'll be along as soon as I can to actually play the game. And the reason why I've got the camera on is because there are long bouts of not a lot happening in this game sometimes. Right, just paste that like that. And tweet. Oh crap. Delete the tweet. Games. Map. Oh, bloody hell. What? Why is there a bell ringing? No, I am still playing the game. Don't kick me. Why can't I find Games Labs? Games Labs. Do they have Twitter? They must have Twitter. Everyone's got bloody Twitter these days. Oh, really? Okay. Never mind then. Just whack that. Come on, they must have. Naval. Oh, fucking hell. That's Naval Action. Oh, fuck. They don't have it. Never mind. Okay. I'm not expecting a huge audience then. Not that I ever do. Right. Splendid. Oh, shite. Why is that like that? Why is it... I don't know why the video tags are showing up like that. I'll just leave that for now. I'm not really bothered. But alas, I cannot see the chat. Oh, Captain Moore, save me from this. How's it going, mate? Thanks very much for dropping in. Right, let's actually play the game. Yes, first things first, sip of the old beer. Or ale, as it actually is. What was I doing? I was just about to set sail, and go find somebody to shoot at. I think what I'll do is I'll carry out a Admiralty mission to set me up on my way for the start of this stream. Yes, that's what I'll do. Just getting some, taking some extra bits and bobs with me for repairs in case I get blasted, which is likely to happen. Take some rum as well for the boys, just in case. The crew. The only reason they volunteered to come with me is because I have alcohol and stuff. Why is it still saying repairs there? That's not right. Nope, 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 nope. I didn't want to do that. You don't have any rig repairs. I just loaded up rig repairs. Oh, no, I didn't. I loaded up power repairs. Rig repairs, yes. Right. There we go. Yeah, the reason why I have the webcam on, a very specific reason. Brilliant, Captain Moore. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support and the lies. It's brilliant. It is. It's marvellous. Yeah, I've got the webcam on for a specific reason, you see. This game has lots of time travelling places, and it could be potentially a little bit boring. And mind you, no more than travelling in Hellion, I suppose. Now this might look a bit odd because I'm setting sail from inside a ship. This is just obviously the spawn point outside of Kingston, Port Royal, Jamaica, which is the main British base. Obviously I'm flying the King's flag, the British flag. If I bring up the map, here is our main territory here. This is obviously the Caribbean, where this game is set. You have obviously the southern eastern United States here, and as it was the case during the Age of Sail, we have Jamaica, which is obviously a British territory at the time, and Kingston, Port Royal is the capital, I suppose you could say. Now these crossed swords here, that's showing me roughly where my Admiralty mission is. I'm going off now looking for pirates, basically, and this is a frigate I'm sailing here, a fairly light frigate. It's not got loads and loads of guns, but yes. Just trying to look at the quality of the stream here. How's it looking? It looks okay, I guess. And the webcam, I suppose, is as good as any webcam. And I've got the webcam set up there for a reason. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner, right where my little yeah, you can be pirate. You can actually be a pirate in this game. It would suit you well, Captain Moore. To be totally honest with you, it would suit you very well. Who's that? Anyone I know? Nope. Just an NPC fleet. Marvellous. Now these other ships you see here, they actually represent. Some of them represent just a ship. Sometimes they actually have ships with them as well, like this one here, which is a player. He has two ships escorting him, two other ships escorting him as well, but you can't see them. This is like the open world map, and then when you get into a battle, it sort of like goes down into a more specific map. And there you see a 2 versus 1 Royal Navy versus United States battle going on. I'm not going to join that because there's already 2 versus 1. What's the point in getting in on that? And I have a mission to do as well. What was I saying? I was saying something. I can't remember what it was. Couldn't have been that important. Never mind. Oh, excuse me. Well, I just finished zooming in and out. Oh yeah, that was it. Open world. Yeah, it says the open world map. So the ship appears to be sailing along like a speedboat. This is obviously to condense the time down because, well, the map is huge. To sail from one side of the map to the other will take hours, probably the best part of a day. So yeah, it's massive. It really is a huge map. It takes bloody ages to get anywhere. So they kind of condense the speed down for open world sailing, and then when you get into a battle, it then becomes a more realistic affair. In fact, there's my target right there, the cross swords. You might be able to see that. Can you see it on the stream? I can't really tell. My stream is a bit blurry, the one I'm watching here. Yes, if I do that, you can see it. So the cross swords simulates a battle in the area, or in this case, for me, it simulates my combat order that I'm going off to complete. And I keep zooming in. That's because I'm scrolling up and down on my other monitor here. It also affects this one for some reason. So let's get into this. I would like to go and attack that little ship there, actually, that Trader Snow. No, I'll do the combat order first, I think. All right, let's go into that. Right, here we go. So this is basically a mission that I've been ordered to achieve against a pirate ship, and the pirate ship is a frigate. So this might not be all that easy, to be truthful. Oh, thank you very much, Captain Moore. You're a good chap. You're a very good chap. Thank you. I really do appreciate all your help and support and everything. Yes, I really do. Right, so as you can see, there's the enemy ship there. Once the battle actually, it's a sort of like a bit of a cooldown before the battle actually starts. I've got about 10 seconds left. I'll get the telescope out so you can have a good old gander. It's a frigate, which is a little bit heavier than what I've got here. Hey, 3 people, whatever, man. It all helps at the end of the day. Right, so the battle started now. So here's the enemy ship. Yeah, it's slightly heavier than mine. There's a few more guns than mine does. So this could go either way. Skill and things like that in this game will only carry you so far. Sometimes it's just a matter of brute force. And as you can see now, the sailing has become a lot more slower, a lot more sort of deliberate rather than what was going on before. Yes. And there's the old Jolly Roger flying there. There's Captain Moore's own flag. Just to explain the UI, the interface here. Obviously, top left you've got my ship, HP and things. The 3 sort of blue bars you see going across. That is to simulate my port side and starboard side hull, and the centre bar is like my kill hull, my kill health. Sorry, HP. Bottom left is obviously the compass with wind direction, the big arrow going from left to right as you see it now, and top right is the enemy like HP or hull strength or whatever. This is going to hurt now. This is going to get a bit rough, I think. It is. It's going to hurt substantially. Alright, here we go. Oh, all my shots are going straight into the sea. Oh well, rip me. That was the worst broadside I've ever done. Not a single shot hit. About 10 metres away and I managed to miss him. I think it's because I'm being held over by the wind. So let's bring the sails around. That was the worst broadside I've ever done in my life. It's quite embarrassing actually. More sparkles and blood. Well, you'll be seeing plenty of blood here, no doubt. Here we go, look, he's blasting me now, look. Fuck yeah. You bastard. This may not be one of them battles that I have to run away from because I'm a little bit out of practice. I've had this game for a while now, a few years in fact. It's not a new game. And I've only recently come back to it. And as you just saw then, my skills are lacking somewhat. Right, I don't need to run up alongside him. Let's just sort of like blast him from a distance. It is rolling from. Oh, piss off, mate. He's shooting me with his bow chasers now. Alright, here we go. He's bringing his port side battery to bear. Right, you probably saw a lot of my shots bouncing off him. That's because he's up. He's freaking my ship. He's a little bit heavier than I am, and my shots aren't quite getting through his hull. Especially at an angle that I was shooting him then. Yeah, I've got a feeling I may have to run from this battle, which is a bit of a bugger. Royal Navy don't like to run, I must say. Just bring the sails around. You can adjust your sails to help you trim up your turns and stuff. Does take a bit of practice, a bit of getting used to. Oh god, here we go, here we go. Line up the guns and let fly. That was a much better broadside, although still not brilliant. He's going to be doing considerably more damage to me than I'm to him. Now the good thing about the ship I'm sailing is it can sail upwind quite well. As you can see from the bottom left there, the compass shows the wind direction. And he's just done what I did. He just wasted his whole broadside into the sea there, or most of it at least. You can fire each gun individually as well by pressing the spacebar, which is quite nice. You can aim easier that way. Alright, here we go. Alright, that wasn't a bad broadside that time around. Right, I'm about to tack into the wind now, so my ship may actually reverse, like might get what they call sternway, which basically the ship goes backwards. As I said, this ship is quite good for sailing into the wind, when these old sailing ships really weren't good for that. So in order to reverse and carry on turning left, I have to now pull the rudder over to the right. So basically I'm reversing backwards. It's quite funny. It's not an easy manoeuvre to do. And he's about to blast me. Yeah, here he comes. You can see the hits are smashing into my side there. Not pretty. Alright, let's bring the foremast sails around again. Now I could blast his sails away. That would be quite a good idea, but I might just keep shooting into his hull. Really, it's probably the best way to do it. Just try to sink him as quickly as I can. We're about even on the hull strength. Both of us are our port side, our left-hand side, or larboard side, as I used to call it back in them days. Hull is almost half for both of us. He has more guns than I have, slightly, and bigger caliber as well. So he should really be blasting me. And there he is, barrel chaser shooting off again. Right, he's trying to come around and bring his starboard battery to bear by the looks of it, his right hand side. But if I keep ahead of him, ahead of his turn, and stay on his weaker port side, which is what I want to do. Come on, because I think on his port side I've destroyed one or two of his guns. That's good, it's good. Here we go. Fire as you bear, chaps, fire as you bear. Oh, the last few missed, as you saw there. Right, now what I want to do is come around to starboard and bring my starboard side to bear now, which is just what I wanted. Which is my stronger side at the moment. It's my side that's taking less damage. And just pull back on the sails a bit. There we go. Oh no you ain't, you bugger. He's trying to get up behind me. I'm slowing down. As you can see, I'm raising sails up, slowing my ship down, allow him to catch up. I want to get him sort of like broadside on, rather than sort of shooting him in. Oh shit, he's turning. You know what? Just blast him. Still do damage. Just got some side like. Not bad though. Oh shit! I just realised I've pretty much stopped. I don't really want to be stopping because he'll board me. And he has a much bigger crew than I have. I have 215 men now. Just lost one. He has 263 left. So I've killed 17 of his boys. And as you can see, he's shooting each gun in turn. To the foreign broadside, he was shooting them one after another, one after the other. Much more accurate that way. There we go. Get the carronades fire first, if I can. No, I missed. I missed as well somehow. Right, here we go. Let fly. Alright, good. His port side hull is getting very low. It's at about 12% now, I guess. So one or two more port sides should do it. I would go for his mast, but I'm going to be shooting his mast, but he's just blasting me, and it's probably much better suited for me just to, seeing as I've got his port side hull down to a fairly low level now, I'm probably better off just continuing what I'm doing now. But if I was trying to catch him, if I was trying to catch him, I would be blasting his mast away, trying to shoot his mast down so I could board him. But I just want to sink him, and I have leaks. Ship has taken on water by the looks of it. Yeah, he's doing a nice bit of damage there. Right, one or two more broadsides, and it should turn things around a bit. There go the carronades. One's on the weather deck here, on the quarter deck at the back. Right, here we go. Stand by. Oh, right, here he goes. He's having a go again. He's getting ahead of me as well. I think he's trying to turn. It looks like he's about to. Yeah, he is. He's turning. Stop shooting me. Fuck off. Right, here we go. That's right. One more broadside and then he'll keep me down. He'll start to sink. As you can see by the top right hand sort of like ship diagram, that centre bar you can see, once that goes down he will start to take on water at a ungovernable rate. You won't be able to yes, it is fairly senseless, but the boys used to love it apparently. I don't know why. The career naval sailors used to love this sort of thing. There we go, we're nearly there. Nearly there. Come on, guns. Right. Fire actually there, and that should be him done. That is indeed done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn away. Although I am going to present my stern to him, which is a really, really bad idea, because that's your weakest point on your ship. But I need to turn away from him because he's close to finishing off my starboard side armour there. But as it happens, his shots were missing, and as you can see, he's slowed right down. That is as a result of him taking the water very, very fast. Shoot my stern chasers down towards his sails, just for extra points and XP and money at the end of the day. Oh, he's really damaging my stern there. As you can see from the stern marker on the top left hand corner, the little sort of rectangular bit at the back, that marks your stern, your stern health, as it were. Right, so now all I've got to do is just sail away, because he's going to sink. As you can see, he's getting low in the water already. His guns are sort of getting under sort of water level, his main deck guns. Although he can still cause me a fair amount of damage if I allow him to, until he's completely gone, at least. Yeah, he's wrecking my stern up. He killed 11 of my guys. 11. Bastard. Right, so he will sink any moment. Although I have noticed that the frigates do take a lot longer to sink than what like the brigs and things do. But he's lost his way. He's not sailing anywhere now. He's dead in the water because his ship's too heavy. So yeah, rip him. Yep, he'll go under now. There he goes. That's him done. And that's the battle over. Right, let's see what I got for that. Head back to port and splendid. 84,000 gold for that. Right, so we're back in the open world map now, and it's night time. Would you believe it? I wonder if I can. Right, I need to sail. I need to sail to the northeast. Now, the fun thing in this game that I really, really like is the open world map doesn't have a marker on it. Doesn't show you where you are. You have to navigate. You have to know where you've sailed from and use the land or the islands and things to navigate your way around. So if I was to try and cross from Port Royal across this massive open stretch of water here, aiming for a specific island over here, it would be very, very hard. Although you do have a protractor here, so you'd set that, say, on Port Royal, and say I wanted to sail to Williamstead, which is the Dutch capital. You could set a bearing, and when you come out of the map, it has a little marker here on the bottom right hand corner, the little red arrow showing you the direction you'd have to go. It's quite handy. I do like it. I do like the way the navigating works. But I would also like what am I thinking of? Sextants and things like that, so you can mark your longitude and latitude and things like that. That'd be quite fun. This game is still in development as well. It's not, you know, they're still doing updates like all games these days. It's not a complete game yet, and they're still bringing out new bits and bobs for it. So yeah. But that was my first battle of the stream completed, and I specifically went into that battle deliberately knowing that, you know, I'm going to be streaming. So hey, this guy snitched your name, Captain Moore. Look, I'm sure you've had that name before, Captain Crunch. I'm sure you have, or something along them lines. Mind you, you've gone under many names in the past, haven't you? If I remember rightly, you've used many aliases. Crunch is your middle name. Oh, you crack me up. Right, so I need to go back to port now and repair, because my damage still stands if I go to hold. I do have some bits that I can repair with. I'm also fishing right now. You can set your ship to fish. You can gather fish and things like that. You can use it to make like food and stuff for your crew, obviously. What am I looking for here? Fleets, that's what I'm looking for. As you can see, my condition is a little bit crappy. It's not brilliant. So I could repair even at sea, but I don't want to use up my hull. I'm using them in emergency, the hull repairs and things like that. Basically, you can refit at sea if you really want to. You can even refit in the middle of the battle if you really wanted to. Not overly advised. I tend to use them as like a last ditch kind of repair and escape kind of thing. What I'm going to do now, once I've repaired, I'm going to sail out again, and I'm going to try and grab onto a trader vessel, a brig or something that's trading around this area, or whatever, a merchantman basically, French or Spanish, whatever. Try and catch one, nick it, board it, take it back to port and sell it, and you can get quite a bit of money for that. How is the stream looking? Is it a little bit glitchy, or is it just me? Is it a bit dodgy? How does it look to you? Because the thing I'm looking at here, it's a little bit jumpy. I don't like it. It's annoying me. Alright, let's get into port and refit the ship out. But before I do that, I'm just going to very quickly... Right, okay. Well, if it looks okay, I'll continue. If it starts to look really, really bad, let me know. So I can fix it up or whatever. Yes. I'm just trying to think if there's anywhere else I can link the stream to try and get some more people in. But I'm not really bothered. I've just recently got back into this game, so I'm not that fast. I'm just kind of playing it and sort of going along with it. I am only 331 XP points away from my next rank. And the way it works in this is when you get promoted, it allows you to recruit more crew, which then allows you to have bigger ships. So at the moment, my max crew is 200, and that ship I was just sailing actually has a maximum crew space of 240. So I was actually sailing at under strength. But when I get to the next rank, which will be Master and Commander, I'll be able to have 280 crewmen, which is nice. So I'm recruiting some more crew now. So at the moment, I now have 220 men on that ship I was sailing just then. Imagine that, yeah. Just tear that shit to pieces, that would. I'm sure people have probably tried stupid things like that, though. Right. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, that was it. I'm going to go and go do some privateering, aren't I? Yes, let's go find a nice juicy prize to board and stuff. Now, obviously, I'm still hanging around in fairly safe waters here. This is all kind of British territory I'm sailing around in. If I was to go on a very, very long journey to the east, to this area, which is modern day Haiti and the Dominican Republic, I believe. Yes, that is right, isn't it? Or even up towards Cuba, where the Spanish are, I would probably get destroyed. So I'm not going to do that. That's where a lot of the enemy players are. But I'm going to try and catch on to you got. This is a PvP server I'm on, and I'm more than happy to get into a PvP battle. Although I'm still relearning the game again after being away from it for so long. So I'm kind of thinking. Not important. I'm kind of thinking. Try and stick to NPCs just for now, and if I do get the opportunity to attack a enemy player, then happy days. Unfortunately, you can't shoot grappling hooks, although when you do go to board someone, it does kind of simulate your ships being pulled close, like being grappled close together. You don't see a grapple or a rope or anything. It just says pulling, and the ships are sort of like being dragged closer together, and then you start the boarding action, which is a little bit like a game of chess, you could say. The way it works, it's like you don't send men, but it's like you have the actions you can do: attack, fire guns, that kind of thing, and you just pick the one you want, and they each take up organizational points that you have to try and recharge. It's hard to explain without showing you exactly what I'm talking about. And that little ship you just saw there, that little thing with the red sails, that's I think it's pronounced Zebek frigate, like a Mediterranean frigate. I've actually got one, although I've not sailed it yet for lack of crew. New ship in the game, only came into the game a few days back, I believe. Very, very good for sailing upwind and stuff. Oh, a trader snow. That is just what I want. A French trader snow. That's a little merchant ship there. A little French merchant ship. I'm going to go and attack him. And I'll blast his sails. I'll try and board him and take him as a prize. Take it back to port, sell whatever is on board it, and make a bit of bunts out of it. It's a good way of making money. It's also fun and gets you lots of XP and stuff. But I'm obviously sailing upwind. He's upwind of me at the moment, so I'm sort of sailing into the wind to get to him. But he won't be able to get away from me. A bit smaller than my ship. It's a brig. It's technically a three-masted brig, although it only looks like it's got 2 masts. It actually has 3. The spanker at the back there, the jib, or whatever you want to call it, the boom, is on a separate mast that's very close up to the main mast. You can just about see the top of it at the top of the sail there. Yes, I'm a little bit of a geek when it comes to sailing ships. I do love the whole Age of Sail thing. I really, really do. So let's chase him down and catch up to him. And he's French as well, makes it even more fun. I did take on an American trading ship earlier, merchant ship earlier. Just as fun, but I prefer French ships, to be honest. We have a very long history of naval warfare with the French and the Spanish, so yeah, always fun. Right, here we go. Now what I want to do, normally you'd want to get to windward of them, like the upwind of where they are, so you can chase after them easier. But I have a slightly different tactic. I get right up close before I initiate the contact. So I'm chasing him down now. I could attack him right now and go into the battle, but I'm going to get close to him, right up alongside him, on the port side, the leeward side, or the side downwind, and therefore I can push him into the wind and make him easier to board. Right, so let's initiate the battle here. So I've got the countdown going on now. Just make sure there's no other enemies around that will join in, because people can come and join the battles whilst the battles are being played out. So a friend or enemy could jump into this battle and turn the difference. And as you can see, because of where I initiated the battle, he is now right alongside me. So what I'm going to do is set my starboard side ammo to chain shot. I have 64 chain rounds. So as soon as he puts his sails up, I'm going to blast him with chain and tear his sails to pieces. And therefore it will affect his manoeuvrability, make him that little bit more easier to board. And just very, very quickly, you need to check something. Oh, right, cool. So who else is here? Captain Moore's here. There's 2 other people in this stream. Who are you? Identify yourselves, if you please. I'd just like to know who I'm talking to, that's all. You're very welcome, though, whoever you are. Right, here we go. The battle has started. As you can see, he's setting sail now, so let's... Oh, that's a bit high. That was as well, that was the carronades. Okay, there we go. Smashed the crap out of his rigging. That's put his sails down to 67%, that has. And let's now change starboard side ammunition to ball rounds. And he didn't... Is he going to shoot? Is he going to shoot? He's not shooting. How strange. Okay, he had me lunt there into port side. Oh, there he goes. Now he's shooting. But as you see, all the shots bounced off my hull. I'm a little bit out of his class, to be honest with you. Now it's going to bring me... What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the carronades. See if I can demast him, I think. Let's have a look. See if I can get some shots in his main mast. Nope. That hit the mast, good. That didn't hit the sails. Through the smoke, it's hard to see. Oh, that was a good hit on the mast. And again. Aiming is not as easy as it looks, to be completely honest with you. Especially through the smoke and so on. Oh, that was a good hit on the mast there. Come on now. Nope. Nope. And now I'll give him a... Oh, heck. Nope, wrong button. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Right, and now let's get up to him again because he's going to try and escape. If I don't hit him, as you can see, there's a red counter on the top. But that actually 0, he can escape. He can just exit the battle and bugger off, and I wouldn't be able to stop him. And unfortunately, this is actually a French-built ship, and it's not true, but we take the piss a little bit. It only has stern chasers, that is guns pointing rearwards, rather than like the British ships would have, guns pointing front ways as well. A couple of guns on the front. You could probably guess where I'm going with this already. The whole French running away from battle kind of thing, rather than going to it. Whereas that is a snow brig, has bow chasers and stern chasers, so guns front, rear, side, and everything. Just not as many, and it's not as high caliber as what I have in this whole thing. But this is a good ship for privateering, for chasing and boarding and things, because as I said, it can sail upwind quite well. I'm going to hit him with a full broadside now, just to remind him that I'm here. Some of them are a little bit astray, never mind. Okay, now the carronades. I'm going a bit too fast now. A bit too much sail up, I think. It's making my ship tip over slightly, making it hard for me to shoot. On the down roll, ready, and fire. Might be hitting sails. You bugger. Look what you've done to my paintwork. See if I can hit his sails again. Let's go for the main mast. That somehow went straight through and didn't hit anything. Happens. Sails. Sails. Sails again. I don't mind hitting the sails because it still damages them slightly. But I want to hit his mast. Hit him once. Come on. There we go. If I can hit his mast, he will be proper buggered. He won't be going anywhere. And as you can see, I'm having to put up less sail now because he's buggered. He's kind of he's got big holes in his sail. There's not a lot you can do. So in order for me not to overtake him and have to sort of come around again, I'm putting up less sail now. Brano, Capusta, good evening. Thank you very much for dropping on the stream. You're most welcome. I'm not sure if I recognise your name, but welcome. Thank you very much for coming in. As you can imagine, with a channel as small as mine, I appreciate every little bit of help or view or whatever. Ah, you bugger. He's just luffed up into the wind there, and I'm going to put boarding on, so my men are preparing to board, because he may actually initiate the boarding himself, which will be a little bit stupid of him, seeing as I outnumber his crew by quite a substantial amount. Okay, let's hit him with a nice broadside here, nice and close. As you can see, our ships have interlocked. They have kind of crashed. I don't like that because it might mess up my come now. I'm being caught in stays here. Yeah, it might I forgot what it's called. The big bit that points off the front. I forgot what if I can call it. Oh, I'm normally up to speed on my naval terms, but I've drawn a blank. That was a good bit of sailing by him there, to be fair, considering he's got buggered sails. Okay, here we go. We're on the move again. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. I keep getting myself caught in the wind. He's coming around for another broadside, I think. No, he's not. I should have boarded him, really. That would have been the perfect opportunity to board him there. Right, here we go. let's get the chase on. But first, let's hit him with a broadside of my own on my port side, larboard side battery, I think, to stop him from escaping, because he might try and escape. Oh no, he's turning around to shoot back by the looks of it. You may have noticed one or two of the shots I fired there bouncing off his hull. That's because of the angle. It was like angled off slightly. Come on, let's get up to him again. He's actually done a fair amount of damage to my port side armour here, my port side hull. Pretty much 50%, which isn't bad for a little what do you call it? Trader snow little ship thingy. Only has light guns in it, nothing too powerful. But as you can see, him having busted sails is not doing him any favours at all. Okay, let's fire off the carronades first. Main guns. Now let's load grape into my port side guns, and I can do a grape broadside and then board him. How does that sound? Let's get battle sails. Okay, here we go. Carronades first. Now obviously grape is good for killing his crew. I'll just kill 2 men with those 2 shots then. You can whittle down his crew to near enough nothing if you really want to. It might take a little bit of time, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to open the board. You can see I'm killing his crew very quickly. In fact, crew shock. That's because of how badly I'm killing his crew there. Just causing that crew shock. I killed 24 men with that round of shooting then. We may now be close enough to board. We are. So let's pull his ship in and get into the boarding action. Well, I've only got 61%. I'm preparing for ages. Oh, that's rubbish, that is. So this is what I mean. I now pick one of these things to tack. Brace is basically you take cover. It's the only one that doesn't cost you anything. So I'm going to wait for the time to get really low and then attack. A little bit of a what's the one I'm looking for? There we go. That all one already. As quickly as that. Sometimes it takes a little longer than that. It takes a few rounds. But yeah. Right, so let's see what you had on your ship. Inspect hold. 83 iron ore. How lovely. I need iron ore as well. So let's put on a absurd. What's absurd? Let's give him some men. 30 men should be enough for a prize crew, and then I can take it back to port and sell the ship or whatever. I'm going to keep the iron ore because iron ore is very good for crafting. In this game, you can craft things. You can craft ships. You can craft resources. You can craft bits of ships, and you can sell it. It's one of the things I've been doing to make money. Crafting and trading and things like that. It's one of my main points at the moment. One of my main things. I do enjoy doing it. Going out in a like what he was in then, like a trading brig. Always fun because it's risky. You know, you could lose a lot of money if someone attacks you. If an enemy ship comes by and decides they're gonna have their way with you, you know, you can lose a lot of money, a lot of resources. But it's fun though. It really is. What was absurd? Oh, that you lost your coffee. Okay, right. Well, I have ale still drinking it. That geezer is sailing well into the wind. That's why he's hardly moving. As you can see, he's just like all taken aback. What is he even sailing? What is that? Is it an Indiaman or something? Oh crap! I've just accidentally minimised out the game. Would you believe it? In fact, I need to do that anyway. Let's have a quick look on Discord. Neff. It's very true, Bobby Davis. Well, welcome, by the way. Thank you very much for coming by. You have clans or guilds or whatever in this. I used to be part of a clan back in the day, the biggest clan in the game, in fact. But very, very gentlemanly. They worshipped is the wrong word. They emphasised being like good sportsmen, that kind of thing. So if there was like a battle going on, you wouldn't go in overwhelmingly. You know, you try and make it a little bit fair. And you can hook up with people and say, you know, I could approach my leader and say, listen, I'm about to go on a training run with potential for 100,000 gold profit. We can go 60-40 or 70-30 or whatever on that if you go with me. And like I said, the map itself is huge. If I was to sail from Kingston Port Royal down to, say, down to Old Providence down here, that's probably... I sailed here earlier to Serena, and it took me about half an hour, 40 minutes to get there. I didn't time it, but it took a long time. Oh, Bobby, Neff, okay. Oh, jolly good. Welcome, mate. Thank you very much for coming by. Yeah, so the map is huge. The map is massive. It really, really is. That's why when you're in the open world sort of map like now, the open world game, the ship does move along like a speedboat, because it's trying to, like I said earlier, it's emphasising, you know, time compression. Otherwise, it would take forever and ever and ever. And because it's a multiplayer game, you can't put on your own time compression, you know, so they just have a, I don't know what it is, times 10 speed or something, you know. And this is the British capital here, in Kingston, so there's a lot of Royal Navy ships flying around here. But let's get into port, repair my ship, sell what I've nicked from that that trader. But yes, but it is fun going off in little groups. Like I said, the group I used to be in, we used to go around in groups of 2 or 3 in little squadrons that had a rank structure and so on. A little bit of roleplay. In fact, quite a lot of roleplay. It's a very, very good roleplay game, actually. It is. Right, I'm going to very quickly fix my ship up here. Move that to docks. Are you sure you want? Yes. Docks are full. Oh damn. Oh damn. You can only have 5 ships per dock. I just remembered. Ah, fuck, how am I going to fix this up? I know what to do. Let's go to that and put that in warehouse. The iron ore. That's important. And now... I'd like to sell that, but you can't just sell it. You have to put it in the port, in the dock first. I don't have any docking space left. I only have 5 ships berths there. Shite. Let's just dismiss it. Just dismiss, whatever. Fuck off. I'm losing a bit of money on it, but wait a minute. It contains no upgrades, 2 cannons, and 1 item in hold. It has no items in the hold. I've moved them. Just fuck off. There we go. I've lost out on about 20,000 gold there. Probably thereabouts. A little bit shy, but whatever. Now then, let's go to... I'm just putting some upgrades on my ship here, like boarding parties. So next time I go into a boarding action, it will be even more effective than that last one was. Hired some more crew to replace the guys I lost. Marvellous. And again, my ship that I'm sailing in now is still a little bit undercrewed. And I'm still 255, 57 points away from my promotion. So let's go out and find another fight and try and get myself promoted. Let's put the fish I've taken into my warehouse. So over here you've got like warehouse stuff. You've got resources and building materials and cannons and stuff, because you have to outfit your ship with the guns you want on it. As you can see here, so my lower deck, my main deck, has got 9-pounder long cannons. My upper deck has got 12-pounder carronades, which are shorter, stumpier, less accurate guns. And in the rear, I've got a pair of 6-pounders. Now each ship has a highest sort of gun class. So if I go to the shop, to the cannons, you have all these cannon classes here. So first class cannons, we're talking like 36-pounders. Or 42-pounders as there are here, and these things will be huge. These would be the sort of guns you get on like fortresses and stuff. And then the lowest gun is a medium 2-pound cannon, which would be like a gunboat or something, you know, like whatever. So, and each ship, like this ship I'm sailing here, the lower deck can have anywhere between class 6 or class 9 cannons, or class 4 to class 8 carronades. It's a bit hard to explain what we're talking about here, but like, so class 6 cannons is what I have in it now, long 9-pounders. But if I was to put carronades in it, so class 4, it'll be 32-pounder carronades, and that's really tempting to do actually, because it's so powerful at close range. It is very similar, yeah. I guess it is quite similar to Eve. That's not a bad idea. 32-pounders. I've got them already. I've already got 30-pounders. 26 actually, which is exactly what this ship needs. At close range, that'll be devastating. It'll be devastating. But I need, for this sort of ship, I need the range. I think I need. I want the range on it so I can catch things. Because I'm using it as a privateer vessel for chasing, boarding, and that kind of shite. And carronades don't have the distance on them, really. So anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's get back out to sea and go set about finding another victim. Okay. So you can see all the Royal Navy ships there. These are all player vessels flying around. This is obviously the main spawn area for the British faction in the game. Now the factions in this game, this is where the historical accuracy goes a bit wonky. For example, down here, these little red ports, they're under the control of Polish-Lithuania. Now, to my understanding, the Polish-Lithuanian kingdom never got to the Caribbean, never had territory in the Caribbean, as far as I'm aware. Here you have Swedes. I think the Swedes did have an island or two, but not many. Here you have the Dutch. They were exactly where they are here in the game. That was their territory, or I think partly still is in fact. Over here you have the French, which is accurate again. The Danes up here at Puerto Rico, I don't think that is accurate. Maybe, I mean, this island here I think was Danish. In fact, this is the Danish capital, Quertier instead. Going further west, you have more Polish-Lithuanian ports here. Up here you have the Kingdom of Prussia. Again, I'm pretty sure the Prussians never reached the Caribbean. In fact, I don't think they had much of a navy at all to speak of, to be quite honest with you. And then if I go further north, you have pirates in this area, lots of pirates, and the pirate faction in this game are deadly. They really, really are. More Spanish here, and Cuba, which is obviously accurate. And then the southern United States, Louisiana, you have the French, which is obviously correct. In fact, you have a French capital here, Nouvelle Orleans, or New Orleans, or Nouvelle Orleans, I believe is what the French would call it. And then obviously up here, you have the old Americans, Wilmington, Charleston, Savannah. Last time I played this game, the United States faction owned all of Florida, all of these ports. You can capture ports of the other factions. Like your faction had to come together and attack. It's quite fun. It really is. Massive fleet battles. You have like 30 ships per side. You have coastal fortifications blasting away. It is a lot of fun. They owned all of Florida. In fact, I think they even kicked the French out of Louisiana as well, if I remember rightly. But it's been wiped. The servers wipe every couple of months or something, every 6 months, whatever it is. So the servers wiped and reset back to how they were. Where the hell am I going? I need to try and find someone to shoot, don't I? Let's head westwards, which is the general direction the wind is blowing. See if I can find a victim. Another trading ship would be quite nice. Well, Neff, the game itself, in all honesty, I mean, you know, give it a try by all means. I find it quite a lot of fun. It does take a bit of patience because you do a lot of this, sitting around watching a ship sail. In fact, the amount of times where I've set a course and got off and made dinner, come back half an hour later, and I'm only halfway to where I want to be. You know, it does take a lot of time to get to places, which is why I'm staying fairly local to here, because I don't want you guys to get bored of the seeing open water and me. You get storms, you get day and night cycles, which is great, and that kind of thing. You've got trading, you've got crafting, you've got factions, you've got clans. It's really quite intricate. You've got a kind of politics system as well. But the game has... the popularity of the game has gone down over time. It's not a new... I have this game since 2015, I think. Was it 2015 I got it? I think it was 2015. And it was early access. I got it before it even came out available on Steam. I signed up for it via the developers by emailing them and asking them if I can become part of the test, you know, to test it or whatever. So I was in the testing phase. And when I first played it, you'd have easily 1,000 people on at any one time. At the moment there's 510, so actually as it happens it's not doing too badly. Well, that's on this server, 510 people on this server, spread amongst the whole Caribbean. I mean, as you can see, there's about 30 players just around Kingston alone. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you get in with friends, you can have a great amount of fun. No, well, people did say to them, oh, you need to... Some people were saying they need to make the open world sailing faster. I personally think it's fast enough. I quite like the long distance thing. I think, you know, it can be a bit boring, but it does allow you just to literally look at the map, get your protractor out, like so, set a course, you know, I'm going to go to Georgetown, set a course, and just head off, you know. It is quite fun like that. It does add a bit of realism to it. And I think it's compressed enough, the time compression. Yeah. Ah, Nightblights, good evening. Thank you very much for coming by, old chap. How are you? It's been a while. It is just like Hellion. You know, Hellion, you can set a warp, half an hour warp, whatever, from Aya to, I don't know, Eridil or something, 20-minute warp, and go get yourself a cup of tea. You know what I mean? You could do the same thing on this. Although I have had it before where I've set a course, I've gone off to make dinner or something, come back and found my ship being boarded because, you know, I've been caught out and I was AFK, and the person... I've caught out people AFK before and I've left them alone. It's like, what's the point in attacking a defensive ship? But some players don't care. They want the XP, they want the ship, they want the prize, you know. So let's have a quick look through the old chat here. I do now, Nightbites. I did a stream on YouTube purely because I have a lot of followers on YouTube compared to Twitch. I was playing Hellion, and a lot of my subscriber base on YouTube is for Hellion. Yeah, I thought I'll stream on YouTube once or twice, you know. So I did, and then I just did and carried on. I had no intention of making it a permanent thing, but at present, for the near future at least, it is going to be fairly semi-permanent, I suppose. But thank you very much for coming by, though. I really do appreciate it. As you can see, I've got the old webcam up and stuff, which is something I don't normally have. No, I've not played Hellion for... when was the last time I played? Last week? Ooh, what's that over there? St. Pavel? American? Bloody hell. So it's an American second rate, so what's that, 98 guns or something like that? With 3 other ships in support. You can't see the 3 other ships, but that is not something I want to go for. I do not want to be attacking that. That will destroy me. As you can see, it looks like 2 decks, but it's actually 3, and it's kind of glitching a bit by the looks of it. Yes, it is. But if I try to attack that, I would be almost instantly annihilated, because it's a second rate plus 3 other large ships, so probably third rates or something supporting it. I'm surprised there's not British ships over here now, third rates and second rates and things going for it, for good experience. It will definitely tear me up. In fact, I'm going to quickly
normally when you see this, you make an announcement in your nation chat. You got, if I bring this up, you got your nation chat here. You also got global chat and things like that, and combat news and things. Sometimes people sort of make an announcement saying, "Oh, there's a NPC fleet in this area consisting of this ship and this ship and this ship," and it kind of brings down all the guys that like to come and. It's basically farming experience. Now there was once a time when the AI would automatically attack me. If you have ships in support, like I could have. I think I'm gonna have one ship, or can I have two? I can't remember. Oh, here comes a French third rate and all, with 2 other medium ships. That would also kick my ass. So let's not try it. You can give them orders. You can signal them to follow you. You can signal them to try to demast the enemy. You can signal them to just destroy the enemy. Whatever, that kind of thing. Now I'm pretty sure these NPC fleets, they basically patrol an area. So he's probably patrolling from Savannah, Lamar down to Bone Cay or somewhere. So it'll just keep going backwards and forwards until attacked. So I don't really want to piss him off though, and start something with something I can't beat. I'm only in a small 5th rate frigate, which is basically a fairly light frigate, I guess you could say. And I prefer the frigates to the battleship, to the the ships of the line, because they're manoeuvrable, they're fun, you can chase things. They are more for set piece battles, really. The frigates are the workhorses of the fleet. They do the blockades, they do the chasing and the capturing and the pillaging or whatever. They're the ones that take the prizes. The ships of the line, the third rates, the first rates, and so on, they're more just for destroying other third rates and first rates and second rates and all that kind of stuff. Now, I know you Americans, during the War of 1812, for example, you had your heavy frigates, your 4th rates, which were like a go-between between frigates and ships of the line, and they were very, very effective. Very effective. The Constitution, the Constitution, was the bane of the Royal Navy for a substantial amount of time. In fact, I think it captured 2 of our frigates. Was it 2 or 3? I can't remember. But I know the Royal Navy was not impressed. Well, not impressed with the ship. They were not impressed with the fact that this one American ship was causing us so much problems. And when you consider at the time, the United States had 6 of these heavy frigates, I believe, and a dozen or so assorted smaller brigs and so on, whereas the Royal Navy consisted of like 400 ships of the line, over 1,000 frigates, and all this other stuff. Obviously we were quite busy at the time fighting the French, as we were prone to do, and we couldn't really spare the ships because we were literally blockading pretty much every single port in Europe at the time. Hence the reason why we had so many ships. So yeah, it was a bit of a busy old time for the Royal Navy back in those days. Now I have no idea where I'm going. What's that? See, that would have been fun to go for, a Spanish frigate, but as you can see here, it has another frigate, probably the same kind of class as what I have, and 2 smaller ships in its fleet, and I don't really want to get. It'll be too much for me to take on my own. Maybe that John Loring can be. Maybe I can convince him. He's in. What's he in? Oh, he's in a Bologna. He's in a 3rd rate. He's in a 74 gun ship of the line. Not seeing a lot of trade, to be honest with you. I was hoping to find another trade ship to attack. They're quite easy victims, so you get a lot of money for them, plus whatever might be in their hold as well. It can get you a nice bit of prize money as well if you're good at it. Yeah, what it is, with some of them, no doubt some of them reviews are going to be people that are like, oh, I loaded up my ship full of resources and then got sunk or captured, and they get salty about it. And it does make you a little bit like, bugger. When you lose a ship full of gear, you do get a little bit like, fuck, because it takes time and money and effort to gather all this stuff. Because you can own plantations, for example. I own a tobacco plantation, and I own a oak log forests for building ships and stuff. I own a hemp farm, so I can build the hemp for ropes and things, all that kind of stuff. And when you pay for this stuff to get produced, load it into your ship, and then go off to sell it or use it, and then some git attacks you and takes your ship and all the cargo in it, it does make you a little bit like, you know what I mean, you do get a little bit like, I enjoy it, you know, it's all part of the fun. But yeah. Oh yeah, you can own. If I go back to, I'm gonna head back towards Port Royal now. In fact, no, I'm not. That's a rubbish idea. I'm gonna sail north around up to St. Anne. Well, I own. Do I own? I think I've got an estate there. Yeah, I'm sure I do. I think I've got some land there. So, in fact, I think that's where my iron ore is developed. My iron ore is produced, I think, because you have to get different. The game's got dozens of resources in it, all different types. Some of it's for shipbuilding, some of it is for food and stuff like that. Some of it's just purely for trade stuff. You know, to just you create it in this port, you drag it across the map to another port, and sell it there, and you get like triple, 300% profit or whatever. Can't remember what I got. I think it's an iron ore place I got up here. Is it a mine? I think it's a mine, an iron mine or something. I can't remember. We'll find out when we get there. So I'm now going to be sailing around Jamaica to St. Anne, and there was actually earlier on when I first got on before I started streaming, a rather tasty battle went on just north of St. Anne between some pirates and the Royal Navy. And by all accounts, I think the Royal Navy won it, but someone lost a Le Gros Venture, which is a large, similar size as mine really, a large trading ship. He lost that. I saw it in the chat, he wasn't too impressed. So yeah, it's quite big. It's like the same sort of size as my ship, massive hold, loads of resources on it, and it got sunk. So they didn't even take it, they just sunk it. He was a little bit pissed off. In fact, I think it was actually his support ship as well. I think he was escorting it. He was in a warship, escorting that ship to wherever, and it got sunk. You can even order your AI support ships to bugger off in a battle. You can order them to escape if you want to. Especially if it's a trade ship, you obviously, that's what you want. You want them to escape. But yeah, this, like I said, this game it's a lot of fun. You do get burnout on it as per any game. This is my hold at the moment, whatever my hold. As you can see, I'm fishing as I go, so I'm capturing fish, and fish becomes food. You can use it to replenish your crew, that kind of thing. What's that over there? Oh, it's a Martello Tower. I thought it was a ship. I thought it was a weird looking ship. And as you can see, you have weather systems, so you have to be very careful, because things do come out in the mist sometimes when you least expect it. It can take you by surprise. Yeah, I tend to, when I go on a trade run, because your trade ships do have guns as well, but they have a small crew. For example, a trading brig, a trading snow, for example, like what I have, the warship version of the snow has 120 crew, I think, or was it 110? I can't remember. Whatever, 110 or 120, I can't remember what it is. But the trade ship version only has 60, so it's like half. And obviously that means that the guns take longer to reload, the sails take longer to adjust and put up and down. And if you get boarded, you've got less men to fight back with. So it can be a little bit, a bit tricky, a bit worrying. So when I'm doing a trade run, if I take support ships with me, if I take a warship with me, I would probably sail the trade ship and have the warship as AI. So that's what I'd probably do. What's that? That looks like a Essex. That is a large frigate. Obviously the Essex is a specific ship. HMS Essex is what it is. But this game does have real ships in. For example, HMS Victory is in the game. So you could be in a battle with 10 HMS Victories in, and basically it's just first rate, fancy looking first rate. Like this ship, the Renommée, there was only one Renome, which was a French frigate until captured by the British. But I could go into battle and there could be 30 of these. And it's just the class, or whatever, the class of ship, or whatever you want to call it. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. My fucking eye. Yes, get your mum involved. Tell her to. Yeah, get it. It'll be fun. Yeah, we could play together. I could help you out and, you know, take you into some fun battles. Because obviously starting off, you'll be in a small cutter or whatever, a small little gunboat or something before you go up the ranks to get to a frigate or whatever. And it would get you up the ranks very, very quickly, going into a battle with me in this thing, for example, up against ships well out of your class, because you'll be in a 7th class, you know, small gunboat, cutter, or whatever. It'll get you a lot of experience, and it'll get you up the ranks quicker, if you know what I'm saying. And it'll also get you a shit ton of money as well. Yeah, that's quite handy. I wish my mum did that with me. I was spending money like there was no tomorrow. Once I started earning money, I was like, yes, games. Now I've got my wife. She kind of, she puts the handbrake on sometimes. But, yeah, I don't normally buy a game without running it past my wife first, purely because, you know, I don't want to piss her off. Where the fuck am I? Like I said, you have to navigate yourself. There's no port on the map telling you where you are. I'm hoping to look out for Montego Bay. I'm hoping to see that off my starboard side sometime soon. In fact, is that it over there? It looks like a fort or some kind. It could be it. I think that is it over there. Just about to see the flag there off in the distance. So I'm heading round to St. Anne here. That's where I'm going. No, you wouldn't be able to sail it anyway, because you start off as a midshipman, and I think a midshipman can only command, is it 60 men or 40 men? I can't remember. And as you go up through the ranks, you go up to the next rank, it allows you to recruit more men, and therefore man bigger ships. And for example, this ship, I think it needs a minimum of 175 crew to man it, but at the minimum number to man it, it will take a lot longer to reload the guns, run up the sails, all that kind of stuff. So it takes a lot longer. So as you lose crew in a battle, for example, I've got 220 men on this. If I was to be blasted to pieces and lose 100 men, everything takes longer. Even steering a ship takes a little bit longer. So it really affects your ship's efficiency. Of course, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It really, really does lower your effectiveness substantially, in fact. Yes, so the map, this is one thing I really like about this game, is you do have to navigate yourself. There's no point at telling you where you are. You've got a protractor here, so you can set a bearing if you really want to. But I know the area around Jamaica quite well, so I'm just kind of... What's that? Ooh, a trader snow. I'm going for it. Come here, you bugger. Now, I'm running a risk here because... Danish frigate? Bloody hell. I'm going for this trader snow in an area of sea where the Spanish are quite, you know, they're here, and that's a Spanish ship. So a Spanish player may come by and see my battle with this trader snow while it's still going on, join in on obviously the other side and ruin my day. Hopefully that won't happen, but it could. I am round about, let's have a look. Where the hell's the port? Right, I'm round about. Let's have a look here. I'm round about where the M is, or in between the M and the A at the moment, somewhere up here. And obviously up here is all Spanish territory, so I need to be very, very careful. So let's get up alongside this snow here. So this is a small trading ship. Oh shit! So I've initiated contact now, and I've actually overshot him a little bit. I didn't mean to do that. Right, we're in. So first thing I'm going to do is blast his sails with my chain shot. stop him from running away. He's in a much smaller, much more manoeuvrable ship than I am. So let's load chain into the larboard or port side battery. And yeah, I think let's load chain into the stern chasers as well, the rear guns. Yeah, the chain shot will damage the sails, but if you want to actually demast him, you need to blast the sails with ball rounds. Yeah, chain shot won't. I think it can, but it takes a lot longer, and you don't have so much. You have a limited amount of chain rounds. So yeah, not probably the best tactic. So let's start making some way here. See if I can, because he might just turn and run, and it will make things very difficult for me. Because I have no bow chasers, I have to turn side on to shoot this one. Whereas some ships have guns at the front. In fact, he does. Right, there we go. No, you don't need to buy ammo. You do need to buy the guns. The ammo restocks itself. Although I have heard people say to make it a thing to bring in, choice to buy more ammo. Because in the Royal Navy these days, in the age of sail times, captains could buy their own shot and gunpowder, because they are only allowed to do so many rounds of practice shooting. Or they used to do live firing practice out at sea, but they could only allowed to do. I think it was one broadside a week or 2 broadsides a week or something, and that isn't going to do. That would never get a crew good on the guns. So the captains, the ones that were well off, the ones that could afford it, used to buy extra ammunition, extra gunpowder, that kind of thing, out of their own pocket. The ones that could afford it, because a lot of them were really rich from capturing ships and so on, and then they could go off and take their crew and train them up there. They could do a dozen broadsides in a single practice, and the Admiralty couldn't say shit about it. Yeah, I'd like that in this game. I think having the choice to, you're under the command of the Admiralty, and the Admiralty would resupply you in real life. But like I said, it would be good to have the choice to buy more ammo or more powder or something. And yeah, it would be a nice little thing to have that. You can have add-on things like let's just finish taking away his sails here. You can add upgrades to your ship, things like open magazines and stuff that makes your guns load quicker, that kind of thing. And you can do double-shotted rounds as well, which is quite fun. Again, that takes up, you only got a limited amount of that. You can get special powder and stuff like that, but yeah, there's no limit, there's no amount. It's just kind of whatever. It's getting close to him now, and in fact, let's load up a double-shotted. Double-shotted. I'm going to do a double-shotted broadside on his starboard side here. See how much damage it does. Right, his sails out 43%. I've really busted up his sails retreat. In fact, I've busted not so much that I'm actually overtaking them. Let's fire the carronades first. You bugger. He's going to get behind me, isn't he? Fuck. He's shot me through my sail. Look, he's put a hole in my sail. Bastard. Okay, nope, he's turning. Oh, damn, I overshot him. That's because I've damaged his sails so much. I've actually overshot him. Not a problem. I can double shot his. There we go. Double shot. Oh, what's he doing? He's tricking me. He's giving me the old. he's going about and changing his mind. It's a good tactic, that is. Works a treat, as you just saw. So he's got 64 crew. So yeah, the warship version of that ship is in there. has 120, I believe, or 110. I can't remember. I don't want to shoot him in the bow because it will bounce. If I fired now, half my shots will probably bounce off his hull. I don't want that. So I'm going to prepare my men for boarding, just in case he initiates the boarding now. He could do. Take him by surprise. Alright. Obviously, by putting men to boarding, it takes away men from my gunnery and sails, so reloading and putting up the sails will take longer than that. Not so close now. Let's get a broadside going. Oh, he's turning again. Every time I'm about to fire, he fucking... Okay, that's good, that's good. That's what I want. That's alright. I want him to catch up with me, because... because if I fired now, half my shots will go past his bow. I don't want that. Here we go. And fire. Didn't do as much damage as I'd hoped. But whatever. Now the thing about shooting this close is there is a risk you could set each other on fire. Now a ship fire in this game is quite a sight, because if the magazine gets caught on fire, the whole ship explodes, and if his ship was to explode there, it would probably take my ship with it. It really is a loud explosion. it does ripple the water somewhat. Let's unload the double from the starboard side. I'm going to board him in a minute, finish him off. Just going to have one more broadside. Oh, the ship explosions are immense. They really are. When they go off, it really is. And being this close, it does increase the chance of his ship coming on fire or mine from broadside at such a close range. That's really hurting, and I'm now going to load the port side or larboard side battery with grape, and I'll start graping his damaged starboard side, and then I can board him then. Just need to try and keep ferrying my sails. I don't want to get too ahead of him. He's trying to turn away now, look. No mate, not today. Not today, old boy. 2 crewmen killed. Alright, I'm going to fire each one in turn this time, rather than fire on the broadside. I'm actually pulling ahead of him still, even with near to no sail up. Oh shit. Our ship's just collided slightly. Right, here we go. Is the gun on him? I don't want to waste a single shot. Okay, I wasted that whole broadside. Not very good. Right, let's just board him. Let's just fucking board him. Oh, hang on, the guns won't finish loading. No wonder. Fire each one in turn. You can fire the guns individually, but you can just do a massive broadside. Yeah, I know. Don't want to waste a single shot, and I fucking blew them out of my arse. Right, here we go. Right, I'm now my ship's actually going backwards. I've got sternway because I'm facing into the wind, which isn't very good because he is about to turn. And he's actually making a bit of a mess of my paintwork as well. But as you can see, he's caught up in stays now. He's stuck because his sails in such a bad state. He can't sail upwind or anything. He's in a really bad way. And I'm about to hit him with another grape-filled broadside to his stern and starboard side, which are both badly damaged. It could do a nice bit of damage. Is good. Or not. Good. Killing this crew. Any little helps, I guess, in this case. Oh, he's got round. The cheeky bugger. He's actually got round. Right, let's just get in and board him now, I think. Right, good. A lot of his shots went straight into the sea. That's what I like. There used to be, in this game, bloody great big storms. You still get storms, but it used to be really big storms where like, the whole ship would be going up and down. And trying to fight in the battle, it was intense. It really was. It was like, fuck. Ships going under waves and all sorts. It was really, really quite impressive. You can see his crew there trying to put their guns back together. Right, so he's now taking a lot longer to reload because I've whittled his crew down slightly. So now I'm going to catch up with him again and finish him off, really. I'm probably going to fire a quick broadside now, probably at his sails or his masts, and then I'll come in close for the board him, and then see what he has on his ship. Right, carronades first. That was the worst shot ever. Carronades are so hard to fire. I find them hard to aim. Right, here we go. Good, hit the mast. It's so hard to hit the mast. Come on, hit the main mast. Good. Nope. Nope. Have the last three into the hull, I think. Alright, let's come around. Yeah. I've been playing Assassin's Creed lately, and I agree. Yeah, this you can fire guns individually. You can fire a broadside, and you just, it's up to you what you do with them. Like and you can get mortar brigs as well. You can get a brig with the mortar on it, and that's quite fun. Try and close the distance a little bit, and now fire my starboard side again. Just finish shooting it, and see about closing again to board, I think. Alright, carronades. Oh shit, on one. Right. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to fire the carronades, not the main guns. Part of the problem here is, because I've got the winds coming from his direction, my guns are pointing up in the air, so it's quite difficult to aim them down. You have to wait for the roll of the sea, the pitching and rolling and so on, in order to get the guns on him. Right, I'm about to cross his bow here, probably forcing him to turn it into the wind, and hopefully he'll get stuck in the wind because he's got his sails raked, allowing me to board. I think in order to board you have to be doing less than 4 knots or less than 3 knots. You can see the speed in the bottom left there, in the little ship thingy. Some ships, like this one, just keep coming. They'll just crash right into you. I don't give a fuck. They'll just smash you out of the way. But he's turning. And he's turned. Right, we're pulling. Right, we're in. Room for the boarding. So, again, the boarding isn't the best part of the game. The boarding's a little bit crappy, but it's a bit like a game of chess. You decide which one of these you want to do, and each one has a counter to it. For example, at the moment, brace is set up, so he's firing grenades. If I left it to brace, it will do less damage. I'm going to attack, because I've got overwhelming crew here. So I'm just going to attack him, and that'll probably end it. It has. But for example, if I attacked, and he chose to defend, that would be the counter. And if he chose to defend, and I hadn't attacked yet, I could to something like musket volley, you have to imagine what it would be like in real life. So like the fence would be his men lining the ship's side, swords in the air, you know, muskets in the air, that kind of thing. So instead of me running into that, I'll just fire a musket volley into them or something, or fire deck guns into them, that kind of thing. Yeah, they do give updates. I'm not sure how often they are, or how often they bring in new points to the game. It used to be quite regular. Now it seems to be more fixes and things, bug fixes and so on. I have seen people complaining about saying, "Oh, bring in more." Oh, I just realised something. I didn't see what he had in his ship, and I've lost it now. You meant when you finish doing what I just done there, you meant to look at their ship and then board it, like by pressing X, and you expect their hold. And I meant to do that, and I didn't. Fuck. Never mind. No biggie. Right, let's head back to St. Anne before some Spaniard comes and wrecks me. Of course, bug fixes are important. I mean, there are some bugs in this game that are a little bit mad. Like, in fact, just earlier today, I was sailing around here, and I was quite close to the coast there, the north coast of Jamaica, and the ship just sailed along, went straight through the land, just carried on, didn't stop. It was quite funny. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it, Neff. I'm glad to hear it. It is fun. There's a tutorial now. There didn't used to be. You used to have to learn by doing. There is actually a tutorial now, which is probably definitely worth you doing, purely because the tutorial gives you the promotional points. So instead of starting off the game as a midshipman and learning how to play as a midshipman and doing this, or at least do some of the tutorials. You don't have to, I never completed it myself, because I have gone through the tutorial myself after it came in. The very last one, the final exam, I didn't bother doing, but everything else I done. And it's definitely worth doing, because learning to sail with the wind and stuff like that, and how to trim your mast properly and that kind of thing. Yeah, when you first do it, you're like, oh crap, you have to work out the angles and stuff. Like, if you look in the bottom right hand corner at the moment, just behind my Quertier gaming symbol, you can see the compass, and the line coming from top right to bottom left through that is the wind direction. I'm kind of sailing into the wind at the moment. If I was in a battle right now, in order to turn to the right, I'd want to bring my rear mast around, so the wind kind of pushes the ship, like the rear end of the ship out, kind of thing. It's hard to explain, but do the tutorial and you'll see what I mean. And like I said, it gives you the experience, and it gives you some gold as well. So when you play the game properly, like now, like what I'm doing now, you'll already be able to sail a fairly decent ship rather than just a crappy little cutter or something. But to be honest with you, it wouldn't take you long to get out of that anyway. That is a Spanish Constitution over there. That would be fun to fight. It would probably destroy me because it's considerably bigger than I am. But that would be fun to fight. I mean, feel free not to do the tutorial. I mean, if you come to the British faction, I mean, there is an American faction, and I know you are an American chap. So I imagine you'd be more interested in going American. But if you were to come to the British faction, you can always cart them around with me, and we can attack things. But it's probably best you learn the ins and outs of the tutorial anyway. I'm gonna sail towards the coast now, because I want to try and get to St. Anne's. I don't want to sail past it. I can't really see any proper features on the coast. It's just a big grey blob at the moment. Oh, that's very kind of you. I appreciate that. That would be fun, definitely. I mean, you can change faction if you really wanted to. For example, if I stop playing and you want to go over to the American faction, you can change faction, but I think there is a restriction on it. You can't just keep doing it. I did it once. I changed faction to the French faction just because at the time the British faction in the game and the French were allies, and my small amount of French, I became a French. I went to the French faction as a little bit of roleplay at the time, a lot more back then, more than now. But I kind of went over there as like a diplomat or whatever, as like a go-between between the two factions, and then. Disaster struck. The French were over. All the French islands over here in the east of the map, they were all overrun by the Danes. All the Swedish and all the French were just completely wrecked, and they blamed the British faction for it. They said, "You didn't help us like you promised," and they they come to an agreement with the Danes that they would, if the Danes stopped attacking, give them their land back, they would attack the British. So I was obviously on the French faction, and I was like, oh shit, because, you know, my loyalty lies with the British faction, obviously. So, oh yeah, it used to be a lot more then than there is now, a lot more, hell of a lot more, in fact. But you can still do it now. You can still get it back again. I mean, there's this chap here in the green. I don't know if you can see the writing. Hefwil, his name is. He's a moderator on like their Discord and so on. He's a heavy role player. He is. Me and him used to role play together all the time. He's a proper old hand player. He is. He used to be a really good pirate. Really good. You found me? What do you mean? Oh, hang on. Someone's messaged me. What the hell? Sorry, I'm just looking at Discord. Someone's messaged me Discord saying, "How come you're streaming on YouTube now?" What's that over there? Oh, I'll tell you where they're going. Both of those ships there. They're all going off to attack that Spaniard ship we just saw, I believe. At least I suspect they are. Have I gone past the port? I may have gone past it. Oh, he's run aground. Oh no, he's not run aground. He's just... What's he done? Where's he gone? What the hell's going on here? Oh, yeah. Help yourself, mate. Yeah, definitely. Where the fuck is... Where are all these ships going? I'm really interested to know where. There's like a British convoy here. Royal Navy convoy. All players. And they all seem to be heading in the same general direction. And I'm kind of lost. I say lost. I don't know where I am exactly. I know I'm north of Jamaica. And I'm looking for St. Anne. I don't really want to sail past it. It has come up. I'll see to it in just a sec, just before I run aground. There we go. And I'm now sailing dead into the wind, which is never fun. Alright, let me just quickly accept this friend request. There it is. Accepted. Oh, bollocks. There we go. No, there we go. Okay. I should have asked one of them guys. You can click on them and message them. And I want to see, have I gone past St. Anne's yet? I've got a feeling I may have. You know, I think I may have. I may have to go back on myself. Right, let's tack up wind. I'm sailing against the wind now. I'm going to have to zigzag up there. Oh, did I go past it? I really don't know. Wait, there's a big inlet there, right there. That could be that. I may. I think I've gone past it. I'm going to come about and head back towards the west again. At least then I'll know for sure. Because there's an inlet there in the land. And I've got a feeling it's that inlet right here. In which case, St. Anne will be back this way. Although I might be wrong. That inlet could be... No, I think it is. Oh, I don't know though. You know, I really don't know. I'm going to head back towards the west, because that's the direction the wind is at the moment. Go to Montego Bay if need be. Repair the ship. I can't believe I wasted that ship though. That one I took. It could have been all sorts. It could have been gold in that hold, Spanish gold, and it goes for a bomb in the ports when you sell it. You get a lot of money from it. I've just kind of wasted it because I didn't finish off the battle properly. But never mind. Oh, hang on. I was absolutely right. Would you believe it? Is that St. Anne or is that Montego Bay? That's got to be St. Anne, surely. I think that's St. Anne. I hope it is. I'll tell you what, this game, you often think you've gotten somewhere and realise you're not even halfway there. When I was sailing to this place earlier, Serana, I got to Bone Cay where I have land, but from Bone Cay to Serana took fucking forever. It is St. Anne. Oh wow, so my navigation was on point then. Look at that. Yeah, it took absolutely forever. So I was obviously thinking, I must be there by now. At one point I thought, have I gone past it? Have I sailed past it? And sometimes it's just a matter of being patient and just waiting out. But this time around, my instinct was obviously correct. I thought that little inlet bay thing looked a bit out of place where it was. So, right, so let's go into the port. I'm sure I have a mined or docking my own outpost here. Prepare outpost. I do. St. Anne. There we go. These are my 3 outposts. I've got one at Kingston Port Royal, which is the capital. One at Bone Cay, which is a shallow water port, which means that the ship I'm sailing at the moment wouldn't be able to get in there because this is for heavy deep water ports only. And St. Anne, where I am now, is deep water as well, obviously. So I could build a building here. I have already, in fact, as you can see, iron ore mine. In fact, I can probably take out some iron ore now, but I don't have a trade ship here. I mean, the ship I'm sailing now does have a hold, but it only holds 395, I think that's tons. And the sailing, the sort of stuff, the iron ore obviously weighs a ton, weighs a lot more than that. Let's convert all this fish to fish meat. Right. Someone told me there was a ship for sale here, a ship that I really like, Niagara. There it is, 125,000. It's a very nice ship, that is, Niagara. It's a brig. I believe it's American built. It's a very pretty ship, if that makes sense. Not to sound like a complete lunatic, but yeah, it's a nice ship. I like it. One of my most favourite ships. Small, weatherly. It's quite manoeuvrable, and carries a fair old poundage of guns. It can carry some fairly good guns in it. 125,000. I only have 162,000. Oh, I've just realised I've been promoted. Oh, splendid. When did that happen? Must have been in that last battle. Oh, excellent. Oh well. Let's fill up my crew. Oh, fantastic. That's really good. Master and Commander now. Lovely. What am I doing? Alright. I'm going to continue to... do I want to sail against the wind? So yeah, if I go to my building... no, not my building. If I go up here to craft and go to resources, everything's greyed out, obviously, but the iron ore mine I have, if I click on iron ore here, and then click on that, I can collect iron ore from here. To extract it does cost money. So, in order to extract 56 iron ore, it's going to cost me 3,360 gold. But if I was to try and sell that somewhere else, in an area where it doesn't have iron ore as a resource, each different settlement, town, port or whatever, has its own resources. So, for example, if I come back to home, wait, is it I wanted? Or shop even. So St. Anne, where I am now, it produces iron ore, sugar and coal. All quite important for different things. It doesn't consume anything. Some ports consume certain materials as well. So if you trade them materials at that place, you're likely to get a better profit for it. So if I bring up the map, for example, and if I go to trading tool, say I want to trade iron ore. Iron ore, click on that, and then bring the search radius down. So here's a search within a smaller area. So in order to buy iron ore in St. Anne, it would cost me 113 gold. To sell it here would cost 33, which is quite low, and that's purely because it gets produced here. So to sell it here, you're not going to get a lot of money for it. But if I was to sell it at Montego Bay, it would only cost. It would sell for 68 gold, which is more than double. But obviously, it costs 112 to buy it, or 113 to buy it. So you wouldn't want to buy it here and then sell it. You're probably better off producing it yourself and then selling it. It doesn't cost as much. But I want the iron ore more for my crafting, my ship crafting. Yes, obviously, these old ships, they weren't just wood, they had a certain amount of metal in them. For example, the cannons. Yeah, you can buy cannons and things straight off the shop, but why do that when you can? Right, which way should I go? I think I'll go around the eastern side of the island. Oh, look at that! Look what I'm going to take that. I'm going to try and take that at least. I've not attacked one of these before. This is a large trading ship. It might kick my ass. It might. But hopefully not. We'll soon find out. Yes, excellent. Let's try and if I start to take substantial damage, I'll just turn away. The trading ships in this game tend to run rather than fight. You might have gold, you might have a lot more than gold. Not only that, but I can take the ship and I can use that ship. That would be a good ship to have in my fleet. I already have a number of ships in my fleet. That would be a good one to have. So this isn't just my This isn't just my only ship. I have a couple of ships. This is just my main ship at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to take it. I'm going to try and take it on. It's NPC. It's Swedish. And hopefully nobody comes here and ruins my day. Because like I said, where I am at the moment, I'm in between British territory. Well, I'm very close to British territory, but the Spanish and the pirates are only here. Some of them will come down here. They will come down here on to see what's going on. They'll come down here to see if they can catch any British traders unawares or whatever. So yeah, you got to be very, very you have to really think about these things when you're setting your course, deciding where you're going to go. You have to really think where's not a good place to go. I'm planning a big expedition in a trading ship, probably down here to the Dutch areas, and obviously I'm going to have to run the gauntlet of Polish and Swedish and Dutch ships to get there. Or I might go to Aves here, which is a free town. You get free towns as well. They're towns that aren't owned by any particular nation, and they're good trading towns. They're always quite fun to trade at. Oh shit! Here we go. Not paying attention to what I'm doing. Right. Now I'm not sure how powerful these ships are. I've never fought against one. This is my first time going into action against one, so hopefully I won't get my ass kicked. Right, so he's off to my starboard side. There he is. Let's load chain into my starboard guns. Just waiting for the countdown to go. I've got a 30-second countdown before the battle starts. He's got 240 men in his crew. Now this could be a little bit of a longer battle, this one, because I'm going to have to wear his crew down before I can board him. Because I've only got 264, he's got 240. He could win that if I tried to board him straight off the bat. So if I wear his crew down, it's going to take longer for the battle to run its course, but it'll be worth it. If I can succeed at this, it will be worth it, definitely. Right, here we go. He's setting sail now. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got a nice broadside there. The omens are bad. My first shot missed. As you can see, he's just turning tail. He's just trying to turn away and run at me. I have an upgrade on my ship, that allows me to start off with my guns loaded. You don't normally start with your guns fully loaded. I've actually set mine up like that. One of the perks I have on my ship is that all my ships in fact, they start fully loaded. Now what would be really nice is if he went over there and ran aground. That would be very nice. By the looks of it, he doesn't have any stern chasers at the back. It is a very handy perk. You get, I think, 5 perks, and one of mine is that, to start off with guns loaded, because it allows me to do that. Normally I'll be waiting for my guns to load. He didn't fire a broadside at me because his guns weren't loaded yet. And as you can see, he has 10 guns per side. In the top right hand corner you can see, you know, his guns there, gun ports. Got 10 guns per side. His sails are at 82% at the moment. Hopefully I'm going to make them lower now by firing another broadside into his sails. Now luckily I've got long guns because the carronades wouldn't make the distance here. Alright, and just wait for the roll. Good. Oh, that one's a bit low. Oh, I killed 2 crew with that. With the chain. Imagine that, getting caught by a chain. That would be a terrible way to go. Oh, I killed 2 more crew. Nice. I was happy to kill the crew. Alright, his sails are coming down ever so slightly. I may even have to demast him in order to... Nah, I shouldn't have to. If I just get up behind him and rake his stern... Okay, he's firing his broadside now. Good. I withstood that fairly well. It wasn't the most accurate of broadsides. Come on, let's get this. I've wanted one of these since they brought it into the game, like a year and a half ago, and I never ever managed to get one. You can't make them yourself or buy them, but what I did out there, you can just take one as a prize and then add it to your fleet, you know what I mean? So, that wasn't a very good shot, was it? That's better. I need to hit his foremast, really. His foremast doesn't have any damage done to it yet. I'm not doing a lot of damage here, just a lot of shots. That's better. Or not, even. What's going on there? Why don't I hit them? Thank you. Mind he's quite far off. The guns are obviously getting to their max range now. Oh, shit, what was that? Wait for the roll. Wait for the roll. I'm rushing now. In my haste to capture him. Oh, here comes the return fire. Not doing it hardly any damage, which is brilliant. I don't know what guns he has, but they're not doing a lot of damage to me. And I want to bring his sails down a little bit more. I want to make his ship really, really unmanoeuvrable by, you know, wrecking his sails. How many shots left? Oh, I've not got a lot left of chain, so I may have to. This may be the last broadside of chain. He may even run aground, although it looks like he's coming about. It's hard to tell sometimes at the angle that they're sailing at. He's heading straight for the land. If he carries on that course, he will hit the land and be stranded up on the beach, and I'll be able to blast the crap out of him, which would be quite nice. Although it does make him very hard to board, because if he's running around, it means if I try and board him, I may too run around. And once you've run around in this game, as far as I'm aware, you're kind of stuck. There's not what I can do to get off. And as you can see, his shots aren't doing any damage to me at all. If you look at the top left there, I'm not noticing any sign of damage there at all. I have taken a few dinks from him. Right, not so close now. Right, go to battle sails. See, I've got the weather gauge here, which means the wind is blowing from my direction to his, which means I have the advantage. It's basically the equivalent of like a fighter pilot having the altitude advantage, for example. Same sort of thing. Yeah, that's good. one more round of chain. Wow, shots are going right over me. One more round of chain, and then I'll start to fire proper broadsides. Now, as you could probably tell, I'm not just going at him and blasting him like I've done in other battles. I'm trying to do this one a bit more tactfully here, a bit more aware of what's going on. I don't want to, you know, go in there because he's got a bit of a bite on him, no doubt. If I was to be close, 10 guns per side, you know. So yeah, I want to try and whittle down his crew, and then I can take him, board him, and take him. Let's fire this last little chain. Right on F, mate. No rush, take your time. Oh, she's coming about, the cheeky bugger. No, he's not. He's going to run aground. I think he is. Hope he is. That was the worst broadside I've ever fired. Another one. Let's get him on the camera this distance. Oh gosh. For the main mast. Too far away really to get a good hit on it. That's a good one. Carronades are so fucking hard to find. Shooting a bit off. That's a good one. No, it's not. It's shot. Oh, come on, the mainmast, the mainmast. I'm not hitting him. You have to take the main mast, bring the main mast down. Getting a bit closer to shore now. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. He is surely going to run aground. I'm just not accurate enough. Getting averaging 1 hit on a mast per broadside. It's not really good enough. But he is about to run aground, so it doesn't really matter. So let's come around. So this is where the AI is a bit crap. He is about to run straight, smack bang into the shore there, which will leave him pretty much stranded, I dare say. Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen here. It looks like he's going to run aground. Which makes things a bit tricky for me, because I can only approach him at a certain angle, from a certain direction. It's good, because it means he's kind of stranded there, he's not going to go anywhere, and I can just sit behind him and blast him. But it doesn't make it any easier for me to get in close, because I may myself run aground. I don't want that. But yeah, he's almost certainly about to hit the shoreline. Just put his sails up. He's trying to come around. Just realise how close he is to the shore, I can see. That's very manoeuvrable for a ship with its sails faked. Nope, I think he's done it. I think he's buggered it. Oh well. Rather him than me, I must say. As he on the ground, he's turning slightly. He may be able to warp his way off there. Oh, wow, that was close. Has he managed to get off? He's managed to get off. I'm impressed. I am very impressed. How the fuck did he manage that? Now he's got a wind with him as well. Right, here we go. Let's try and hit his mast again. I'm so crap hitting the mast. We hit his flag stuff. That wasn't a bad shot. It's meant to clear. No. Oh, that was a good shot. I didn't even name that one. That's better. 6 hits on the mast there. Just fire the broadside. Never mind all the aiming bollocks. Come on, carronades. He managed to get off that land like a boss. I thought he'd run aground, and he's just like, nope, I'm not running around yet, mate. There we go. Come on, get me on the mast. There we go. There's one hit on the mast. Right. so much of it that time. Sorry, my ear's getting a bit irritable. Should I turn towards the land, or should I turn... No, it's a bad idea. Let's not turn towards the land. So we're quite close into shore, as you can see here. Very close, in fact. He did actually run aground for a second. He's managed to walk his way back up again. So fair dues to that chap. Come on. Give me some hits on the mast. Oh, I'm gonna have to come around now. Stone chaser on it. Alright, come on, come on. Before he bombs off. He's not going anywhere by the looks of it. He's just stuck there now. Trying to sail upwind, quite close to shore and with busted sails. The AI in this game does need some work, I think. Some of it's a bit thick. I want to get closer. At this range, I don't think. Maybe if I double shotted, came in nice and close, hit him with a broadside against his mast, it might cause him a problem or two. Just fire by his broadside from here. Oh, really? You're on laughing, yeah? Nothing hit. Oh shit, okay. That's not very good at all. Oh no, 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 no. He's running around again. What the hell? Restarted the counter again. Oh dear. He appears to have run aground again. He's run aground again. This time he doesn't seem to be able to... Is he turning slightly? I think he is. I was under the impression that once you put your sails up you couldn't turn anymore, but he apparently appears to be doing just that, so whatever. Alright, let's get in close now and try and hit his mast again. I want to try and bring down his main mast. Not that I need to, he's running aground. I might just get in and smash him rather than trying to go for his mast. In fact, yeah, I'm not going to do that. So it is fun demasting someone because, well, the mast goes flying, it's great. It just collapses. It's always a spectacle. But he is walking off there. That's really impressive that you can do that. Can't shoot for toffee there. Mind you, it is AI. Mind you, the AI is normally really, really accurate. That's one thing in this game I've always noticed. The AI very rarely misses a shot. Yeah, very, very, very rarely misses a shot. This is really dodgy. I don't want to get too close to the shore because he's AI. He can warp off the land. I probably can't. Oh shit! Oh come on, guys, go away. I don't need you coming in here. It's my ship. Yeah, still fighting. As you can see, some reinforcements just arrived. I don't want them to come because they might take him as a prize. I don't want them to. They would have seen the battle out at sea and they would have come and joined it on my side. But you know, but even still, I don't want them here. I want to take the ship myself. Are they going to come and help? I really hope they don't. No offence to them. I mean, they're here to try and help. I don't want them. I just don't want them here. You know, that privateer's coming, look. Privateer, he's running down. Damn. It's taking too long. I've been messing around too much trying to go for his mast. I should have just gone in and just broadside in. But now they've came, realising that they're not really welcome. And they're going to come down here and blast him, no doubt now. And take him from there. So let's have a little chat with them. Greetings. Please bugger off. I won't say that. Let's say something nice and polite. With respect. Would you chaps mind if I took this? Good. They thought it was a PvP battle. Much obliged to you, sir. There we go. Nice and polite. Always the good way in this game, or in any game. Let's just start hitting the broadsides now. So wearing away his crew, and his hull. Oh, they've gone. They've all gone, apart from that one little privateer. Oh, he's gone as well. Oh, excellent. They thought it was a PvP battle. They thought two players were playing, and they come to assist, which is nice. And when they realised it wasn't, they went, which is also nice. So who else has joined? We have 6 people watching now. That's fun. That's good. I'm glad to see the numbers have slightly crept up there. Yeah, not a lot has happened actually. When you went Neff, not a lot changed. I was trying to demast him. He's kind of run aground, that's why he's not really moving. And also he's kind of sailing against the wind a bit there as well. I could probably just sit here and just keep broadsiding him for now. Wear down his whole strength, kill some of his crew, and then run along and board him really. I don't really want to do that though, that's boring. He is slowly turning around to head away from me. But the way that the AI works, he will keep trying to turn around to bring his other side guns to bear on me. And with the land right there, he keeps running onto the land. And every other time I've seen the AI run onto the land, they normally get stuck, as would happen. But this one, he seems to be able to warp his way off the land, which is quite impressive. And when I say warp, I don't mean like Star Trek warp or Helion warp. I mean he like nudges his ship off. But let's just get in amongst him now and battle sails, please. Battle sails, royals and jibs only. Thank you very much. Live and learn. Yes. If I show you the map, he's on the little shaded bit. Now that is, I believe, really shallow water. I believe, I might be wrong. Yeah, he's on a really, really shallow bit, I think. Probably too shallow for a ship of that size, which is why he's struggling to move. Not to mention the fact that his sails are at 67%, but he's actually doing a full 360 again now, by the looks of it. He's spinning around again, which is a little bit frustrating for me, because I'm trying to hit one side of him to wear it down so that I can grape him and reduce his crew, but whatever. It's just going to take a little bit longer. But the battle's only take an hour and a half. When that battle timer ends, if I haven't defeated him by that point, he will just vanish and he would have escaped. And he won't appear in the open world again for, I think, another minute or something like that. So he'll be escaping in the open world invisibly, and I wouldn't be able to see where he's going. Not just that, but when I reinitiate the contact again, if I was to see where he went, he'd be at full health again, whereas I wouldn't. I'd be whatever it is I end the battle on. Yeah, as you can see, he's spinning around again. He's trying to bring his starboard guns to bear. Really, really frustrating. Not really frustrating, it's a little bit annoying. Because I want to blast him, but he keeps doing freaking donuts. Let's get these guns round, see if I can hit his stern. Try and break him. Obviously, a very popular tactic in the Age of Sail days was to shoot someone through the stern, through their rear, which is the weakest part of the ship, and it runs the length of the ship. If a ball goes through the rear, like so, it runs the whole length of the ship. So it was like a devastating tactic. If you could stern rake someone, you could wreck the whole crew. And I know, I've read that at the Battle of Trafalgar, obviously the huge naval battle between, I can't remember the numbers. It was something like 27 Royal Navy ships, like ships of the line, and I think it was 34, a combined fleet of Spanish and French. The story goes that I've read that HMS Victory, which was the British flagship, stern raked I think it was a Spanish ship, and caused over 200 casualties in a single broadside, which was a massive percentage of that ship's crew. I think the ship's crew had like 600, 700 men or whatever, and this one broadside just smashed the whole rear of the ship to pieces, just wrecked the whole ship, pretty much defeated the ship in a single broadside. I'm gonna try and shoot his stern. So that's where you get a lot of the damage. So let's just blast this. If I do hit this blast, I did hit it a couple of times. This is really frustrating because he's now buggering off in the other direction. If I can demast him, it will stop him doing this. He'll be stuck. He won't be able to really move. He will be able to move a little bit, but hardly. He'll just be literally just his sails just keep moving backwards and forwards. So he won't be able to do a lot, or the sails that are left at least. So if I do at some point demast him, I have hit his mainmast a fair few times, so I might be quite close to demasting him. Now, as you can see, I'm now coming around. I'm going the opposite direction. I don't want to turn him towards the coast. And now he's stern raking me. He killed 4 of my crewmen then. That single broadside. The stern chase is firing. Good. Okay, the first one hit the mast, the second one didn't. Let's get some sternway going. So now my ship's going backwards as I turn into the wind. As you can see by the negative figure in the bottom left there, the -9 or whatever it was. It's now going up again. So let's fall left as I come around. So he should now just start sailing off the land, but he's not, as you can see. And I would just go and initiate the boarding now, but I've only got 30 more men than he has. And he's just damaged one of my modules. As you can see in the top left there, where it says pump, it's in yellow. My ship's pump has now been damaged by his broadside. Lucky shot, must have took up one of my pumps. A bit unfortunate. As you may have seen then, a fair few of my shots actually bounced off his hull. what I'm going to do, I'm going to set my boarding crew ready, just in case. Because as I get close to him, he may initiate a boarding action, and he will have full preparation, whereas I won't have any. And that will leave me very, very vulnerable. He may even defeat me in that case. It's happened to me before, where I've gotten a bit too close to a ship at quite a slow speed, and his ship was, in fact, the ship had been completely demasted. Didn't have a single mast left. And I was passing past, I was sort of sailing past it at a very slow speed, and he initiated the boarding, and it didn't end well. It didn't end well for me at all. Right, let's fire full broadside here. It's a really bad broadside. I was aiming for his main mast, but that took 5 crew out in that single those shots then. Is he turning again? If he's turning again, I'm not going to be happy. He is turning again. What a prick. This battle's been going on now for 33 minutes, and not a lot has changed. I've damaged his sails, I've run him onto the shore. It's really annoying. I want that ship though, I'm not going to let him get away. Yes, there it goes. His main mast has gone over. About time and all. Right, that should stop him fucking around now. I might be able to get alongside him easier without him spinning around. Finally, his main mast went over. I like the way your crew cheer when you demast them. They're like, yeah, fuck you, mate. Right, so now I can sort of sit here and just comfortably blast him, whittle down his crew, and then I can board him. Hopefully he won't move very much. I'll wait for all the guns to load. I'll do a full broadside. In fact, let's hit him with a double shot broadside, I think. Yeah, let's see. He's set sail. Against the wind, he's fucked. He's not moving at all. He's against the wind. He's lost his main mast, his main engine, basically. That's basically what the main is. He's got his fore and his mizzen mast, but without the main there and a ship of that size, he's not going to move very much at all. And obviously they're shredded as well, as you can see, big holes in the sails and stuff. Okay. Fire. Okay, that did a nice amount of damage. Let's reload with grape now. Hit him with grape. He's actually turning though, the cheeky bugger. How is he managing to do that with no fucking main mast? Okay, he's trying to turn around. I'm gonna try and keep up with his turn, but I'm very close to the shore here. If I look at the map, as you can see, I'm very close to running around myself. I don't like it one bit. Yeah, I always like seeing a demasting. It just looks awesome when it just collapses over the way it does. Alright, let's hit him with grape now. Right. Grape is very short range. I might even be a bit too far away, even where I am now. Yeah, see, it's landing in the water. Now he's firing. I can't see what I'm fucking shooting at. I'm hitting a ship, but just too far away to do any damage from here. Oh, this is really, really risky. I don't like this at all. I'm too close into the shore. It's scary. It's scary how close I am to the shore. I may have to come back on the starboard side, hit him with the starboard side. No, it's not doing anything. Grape is doing bugger all from this distance. Oh, I'm deliberately taking a long time. I'm trying to make this just right for myself. Like I've had, you see me in the other battles, they were over in like 5 minutes. The other battle I done earlier against the snow and stuff. This is just me being very, very... And obviously because of the proximity of the shore here, it's a bit, you know, a bit dodgy. And some battles are, they do take long. Some battles you do have to take long because, you know, if you rush into it, you know, you can give yourself a bad time of it. Oh, jolly good, jolly good. I mean, I've been in battles before that literally ran its entire course, the whole hour and a half. It flies past that, you forget how long it's taken. You're like, oh shit, an hour and a half already? Fucking hell. And it's like, yeah, battle's over and done with. Okay, as you can see, I'm coming around. Come back on the starboard side here. Hit him with the starboard guns. I really want to get in and board him, but his cruise is a little bit 220 to my 256. I do outnumber him, caught by a fair old chunk, but he has enough boys that he could potentially cause me some problems. Or potentially even turn it around. Potentially. I'm not saying he will. You never know. I don't want to risk it. It will be quite embarrassing. And the other thing is, I don't want to sink him either. I'm quite close to sinking him at the moment. I don't want to. Right hand, I want it to be grape. Right, this is it now. I'm going to run in close to him. This is going to be a really, really risky move. I'm going to run in close. I'm going to hit him with grape a couple of times maybe. This is so risky, it really is. I'm so close to the shore here. I really don't want to run aground. I'll be so pissed off if I run aground because that's the battle over. Technically a defeat, technically. Right, no, not like that at all. You hear the collision bell then, they're ringing the bell because of how close I am to him. Like a collision alarm. Alright, so we've got grape set up on the starboard side. Even still, grape is doing fuck all. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Just get out and give it a little nudge. But no. I don't know how close to the shore I can actually get before it's index for me. I'm technically in the shallows already. So I don't know. I really don't know how close I can get before I blow it out my arse. I'd like to get up behind him and shoot him through the stern. That would do a lot of damage to his crew, but if I keep shooting him with ball now, I'm just going to end up just sinking it. And I don't want to do that. I want to take the ship. This is the ship I've wanted for a long, long time. I like trade and things like that. I'm not doing any damage at all. Great. Oh, the carronades do. The carronades do damage. But the cannons don't. Okay, let's hit him with the carronades again then. In fact, I can hit him with both. Hit him once or twice more, and then I might just have to try and go in for the boarding and just hope for the best. Hope that I can overcome his still quite large crew. All it would take though is for one mess up. You can do repairs whilst in battle, but I don't know if the AI does it. It may do. It may well do. My main deck guns are too low down for me to hit his crew. I have have to aim just over his ship. Oh, that was not a bad little run, no. Do that once or twice more, and I might be... That took a good fair few of his crew away, that did. That took about, I think, 7 or 8 blokes, which is not a lot, but as you can see, he's trying to turn. He keeps moving his sails left and right. He's trying to wiggle his way off the shore. But if he does start to move out to sea, he's going to have to pass me. And I see you've just loaded up the game there, Neff. Good to see, mate, good to see. Come on now, guns. So another ship just joined. Magnus Magnum, midshipman in a basic cutter. Apparently. Right, I'm gonna raise sail a little bit, try and get the wind to push my ship back. I'm gonna sort of go into reverse. I'm really sorry if this is boring. This is quite boring to watch right now. I'm trying to do this rather systematically. Yeah, the game is quite. It can be quite intense on the graphics, to be honest with you. As you can see, it's quite a. Well, it's quite a beautiful game actually. So yeah, the graphics does take a bit of doing. Come on now, come on now. Let's mess him up. Let's finish this dude off. No. He's going to escape. He's going to escape. No, he's not. He's just blasted me. Good. I needed that. He was about to escape then, I think. The timer ran down. Okay, right. He's only... Yeah. You should be fine. I hope you are. It'd be a shame otherwise. After all this hype and you can't even play the right game. Let's keep doing this crew. Yeah, that's good. I just can't get close enough to him without running onto his shore. Alright, let's do this. Let's load grape there. Okay. I'm putting sail up and I'm letting it sort of push me back, and I'm going to sort of try and approach him with my port side facing him, and hopefully I can... There's a little cutter out there, yeah. Someone did join the battle. What the hell's he doing? He's not going to come and nick my fucking win, is he? Cheeky bugger. Getting close now. I should be able to board him now and finish him off, hopefully. He's actually done a fair bit of damage to me now. Over time, he's chipped away at me. Right, here we go. I'm going in for the board. I've not done as much damage to his crew as I'd like, but it's getting a bit boring now, I'd imagine. Let's see, the two ships are pulling close together, and we're in. I need to try and do as much damage as I can right off the bat. So I'm going to wait for the timer to nearly run down, and then I'm going to attack in the last second. Hopefully he'll be bracing or something. As you can see, you've got the preparation points here. Using any of these, it uses your preparation points, and attack uses the most. So he's bracing now, which is good. If he stays bracing, we're up to the last second. Ah, 5 deck guns. So I killed 30 of his guys, he hurt 17 of mine. So I'm going to go back to brace now. That will get me more preparation points back. Alright mate, jolly good. Have fun with the tutorial. It's not a bad tutorial to be fair. I think it's quite good. I didn't used to have one back in the day. When I first started playing it, you had to just learn. It wasn't too hard though. So he's defending now. If I hit him with a musket volley, it might. Yeah, that's not a bad little move. Slowly whittling down his crew. He's got 120 guys left. I have 218. That little cutter's coming along. As you can see him in the top of the screen there. Cheeky little bugger. Trying to get in on the action. He's probably got more chance of hitting mid in this guy because I'm so close to be sure. So leave it to brace for now, just to try and recoup up some of my preparation points, so I can do a nice big attack. It is causing me some casualties, however. I've killed 67 of his guys, he's killed 41 of mine. So yeah, it is sort of... shit. Right, he's got defend, so I'm going to fire deck guns this time, I think. If it allows me to. No, can't. Brace. I leave it to brace again. As you can see, I've killed 91 of his guys, he's killed 53 of mine. That cutter is still coming along. You just about to see him in the background there. Because obviously while this battle's taken on, this boarding action, other ships that are in this battle can still shoot our ships. And it's a little bit unfair because they can destroy my ship if it was enemy whilst I'm doing this. And I couldn't stop them because I'd be stuck here. I'd have to disengage and that takes a lot of time. So he could come over here and start blasting me or him. Even though he's friendly to me, he shouldn't really be blasting me, but if he was an enemy ship, but I guess that's realism. That would happen in real life, you know, if, that's a good hit, that was a good one. You know, in real life, if a ship was boarding, you wouldn't stop another enemy ship from attacking that ship, so, yeah, you just have to take them off as a smooth, I guess. That guns, got a good hit again. Slowly getting there, slowly but surely getting there. He's lost 119, I've lost 68. It's quite a lot of men to lose in a single action. This is obviously on top of the losses from the ships fighting that we've had, the ship-to-ship fighting. So we're bracing, both of us bracing, trying to recoup our preparation points. Now, the AI never seems to lose preparation points, never seems to lose them. I'm not sure how it really works, the programming or whatever, but I'm not really that asked. So we're going to attack again, like so. And that's knocked his crew right down to 45. That killed 19 of his blokes, that did. So it's put him in a right bad situation there. This time I'm going to try and hit him with a musket volley. I think. Yeah. Killed 6 of his men. So it's all a matter of countering what they've got there. So on the right hand side, he's got fire grenades right now. I have brace, which is basically take shelter. So he's firing grenades, I'm going to take shelter from the grenades. I'll still take some casualties. I took one and he took one from there. Now we're both bracing. Now he's firing deck guns. So again I'm going to brace. While I'm bracing, I'm also recuperating some of my preparation points, which allows me to do something else, like attack or fire a musket or something, musket build. But he's bracing now. I might try and hit him with an attack. An attack is basically like charge. You charge them. Your crew's charging over to the ship, whatever. Like so. And that's it. Battle over. Marvellous. Right, let's check his hold. What does he have? Oh, wow. Silver and Madagascar jewels. Look at that. I have absolutely zero idea how much crew his ship needs. I imagine I might be a little bit buggered here. I might not be able to take his ship away like I want to. If I go to surgeon, do not shoot, mate. Do not shoot. I'm warning you. I've got... Oh, he's gone. Good. Right, I'm going to wait. I've just set up my surgeon to do his thing. So my ship surgeon should be... Yeah, he is. He should be recuperating some of my crew. You know, giving them their life back. Because my ship takes, I think, a minimum of 174 blokes to sail it. And I imagine that thing takes around about the same. I don't know if I can have it in my fleet without it being fully crewed. Oh, surely you can. I don't know. I'm gonna wait until my surgeon's finished giving me some of my boys back, and that's what the rum is used for. You'll hold, and then I'm gonna add this ship to my fleet. I think, and it's got some bits on it in its hold. Silver and Madagascar jewels, both of those. I've got a feeling, or the Madagascar jewels, I've got a feeling are going to be quite good. They're going to be worth quite a bit. Now, can I just? So a minimum of 168 to sell this. And it doesn't say what the minimum for that is. But I got a feeling it's more than what I have. I've got a feeling. Can I put both these in here? I can't. Wow. Madagascar jewels weigh a ton. Fucking hell. Tricky. It's a bit of a tricky one. Right, so I'm just going to leave that to keep going. I know this isn't much to look at here. It's a little bit boring for you to watch. But night has come down as well. Fucking hell. Let's just try. Let's just see what happens. If I need 164 men, so I'm not sure if it still counts. Let's try. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, it will still be in my fleet. If it isn't, then that whole time I've to spend is wasted. Oh, thank fuck for that. Right, excellent. And what's also really good is the wind is pointing roughly in the direction that I want it to be. So I'm going to sail straight into St. Anne's. I'm going to get some crew back. I'm going to sell the Madagascar jewels, get some money, and then I'm going to leave this ship here, the Rename, leave it in port here at St. Anne, and I'm going to take the Le Gros Ventre round to Kingston Port Royal. And then I'm going to do one more quick mission in the Zedek frigate I have, and I'll call it a day after that, because I do have work tomorrow, and it is now 20 past 11 at night, and I'm still sitting here playing games. And I'm quite glad, I'm assuming there's no one been by that is a Naval Action veteran or regular player, because they would have been like, oh, you're doing it wrong, you're shit, probably. So yeah. Ooh, I'm catching fish still catching fish. Sorry, I'm just answering someone on Discord because I'm a mod for the Hellion the Hellion Discord. Someone's just messaged me saying they want help with something. I don't know what it is, but I've only just realised I've been messaged. So, oh, and I'm where I want to be. Luckily, I have a port here. I have an outpost here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to load up the ship with iron ore, and sail it round to Kingston Port Royal. That sounds good to me. Oh, nice. Right. Fleet. Dismiss. Move to docks. Yes, please. Docks are full. What the fuck? What do you mean docks are full? Don't do this to me. I don't understand why it's saying docks are full. Why is it saying docks are full? I thought it was 5 ships per dock. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships. 7 including the Grossventer. Why is it saying docks are full? I can well shouldn't be. Oh, don't be doing this to me, you pain in the ass. Shit. This isn't good. Move to docks. Please work. What? Docks aren't bloody full though. Right. It is not ideal. Not ideal at all, but I have a solution. First of all, let's sell the Madagascar jewels. Resources, and let's see, 9,512 each. So that gives me final price with the tax. Okay, so I've just got a nice bit of money from them jewels. Silver I'll put in my hold. I'm gonna get my crew back up to full strength. Like that. And I don't think I can do that. I can't do that. That's not good. Can I repair that? I can repair that. So let's repair that. And while I'm here, let's get some iron ore. As much as I can get from here at the moment, which isn't a great deal. Doesn't amount to a lot. Whack that in there. A bit of coal as well, good. And escort the Grossventer around to Kingston. I'll sell the Cerberus. I might even get rid of the rattlesnake. I'm not going to need it anymore. Oh, I don't know though. No, I don't need it. I can get rid of both of them. So I can sell the Cerberus, sell the rattlesnake, and I'm laughing. It's already good. And then I'm going to take out my my Zebek frigate, I think, after that. So now I finally have a Le Grossventer, so a ship I've been wanting to get for ages. And as you can see, the wind is not really with me today. I wanted to go counterclockwise round, but it's the wind's to the east, so I'm going to have to go to the east. Which brings me this channel here, this bit of water here between Port Morant and Naves and Tiburon. It's a bit dodgy, a little bit dodgy. You have to be a little bit, you know. You have to have your wits about you. The only safe bit of water for the British, really, that I'm aware of, is this area, south of Jamaica and around these islands here. And even that isn't perfectly safe. I got attacked here somewhere the other day by a Spanish and a French ship. What's that? I'm going to be wary of everything now. Every little ship I see, I'm going to be like, what's it? I've got my Le Grossventer now, and I don't want to lose it. It's my flagship trade ship. My flag trade ship, yes. Oh, someone's messaged me again on Discord. My friend keeps on getting kicked from server, but it has minimal ping. Right. What's that? Ah, it's Zays. It's only Zays, that's alright. I've known him for a while, that chap. Wow, he's in a first rate. Look at that. Big old 3-decker. That is what a first rate looks like. And its broadside is immense. It really, really is. I'm sure he used to sail for the American faction. Oh well. Am I still fishing? I am still fishing. Very good. Let's convert these fish to fish meat. I've got my iron ore. I've got my silver. Oh, I didn't sell the silver. Oh, you know what? I'll just hold on to it for now. What's that? Oh, Swedish trader snow. I could take it and just get its cargo. No, I ain't got time. I need to get back to Kingston, Port Royal. I've got one more mission to do in the Zebek frigate that I'd like to try. I've not sailed the Zebek yet, so I'd like to try that out. I'm also dying for the loo, but I don't want to go away from the game or the stream, even though I've only got a very, very small audience. It's all good though. Small is better than none. I'm gonna sneeze in a minute as well, I can feel it. Oh man, all these trade ships coming by now, look. You got a trader Snow here, you got a French trader brig over there. And I'm on a mission now. I don't want to deviate from my course at all. I need to sail right round the land here and back up on myself against the wind, so it's going to take me a little while to get there. Unless the wind swings round to the north, which is kind of doing. Someone just asked in the game chat, how does one get rich quick? By putting in the hard work, mate. You gotta freaking take prizes and stuff. I long to be in a nice big battle. I'd love to be on this game at some point, like a nice, you know, squadron or fleet battle. It's been a long time. When I was sailing with the French way back, I got into a few big. Yeah, steal it from your enemies, exactly. Yeah, well, I'd love to be in a port battle, but they seem to be few and far between at the moment. I'm just helping someone on one of the Hellion players at the moment. He's struggling somewhat. Is King available? He's not. Oh, I need to get back into this game though. I can't see what's going on at the moment. Hang on a minute. Oh, scared life out of me. Freaking bell pool coming towards me. I wasn't looking at, obviously, you guys could obviously see what's happening on the screen. I can't because I minimised for a second. Is it Luna? It is Luna. Sorry to you know what? I'm streaming. That can wait. Yeah, Spanish treasure fleet. Fuck. They did do an event in this where there was like some really rich ships. They did like a role play. There was a report of a sighting of some really rich ships, like Spanish treasure ships or whatever. And it was like a free-for-all. People were trying to find where they were, and you know, that kind of thing. I never saw a sight or sound of them myself, but yeah, it's a shame they don't do that kind of thing anymore. Or at least I haven't done it for a while, I assume. I mean, I've not been playing the game for a while. Right, where I am right now, I'm at the riskiest point. I am sailing against the wind, just off the east coast of Jamaica, and in this area here, Danes, French and Swedes seem to roam quite freely. We do have some friendly players over there. There's a friendly chap there. But I'm kind of sailing into the wind now, so it's like, come on ship! You know, you want to get out and start rowing. Alright. Yeah, Neff, I'd like to get Zaki to play this game too. He's a naval person in real life. He's in the Royal Australian Navy. He loves all things sail. Sorry for the yawning. I'm a little bit tired now. Yeah, I'd like to get him in this game, and the three of us could probably do some good stuff if I could get him to play. But I doubt if he will. I don't think he's got the money at the moment to get it, unfortunately. So what I'm doing now, as I'm sailing southwest, a slight bit west. Basically I'm heading sort of in this general direction now, down here, towards Pedro Cay, and so that I can come around past the wind, because if you look on the bottom right, you can see the direction the wind is in. Obviously my little YouTube symbol thing is in the way there, but that's showing the direction of the wind there, that line going through the compass. So I am now sailing what is, I believe the term is a close hold onto the wind, on the starboard tack. I think it's the nautical jargon. That is to say, close hold is close to the point of the wind, and as you can see by that line there, I am quite close to the line of the wind there. And the starboard tack is the wind is blowing on my starboard side, which is the right hand side, this side. So the wind, if I can stop minimising the game, the wind is blowing sort of this way, like so. Which is why I'm only doing very slow speed. Right. In fact, let's turn through the wind now and let's start heading west, because the wind is moving around counterclockwise, so it's moving sort of southerly now, which is nice. So now I'm going to start picking up speed as I head west. So now I'm heading across the southern coast of Jamaica, and I'm going to put into Port Royal hopefully soon. Still catching fish. That's very good. Very, very good. Fish, 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 fish. So how much fish meat have I got? Why is it not converting to fish meat? It's not converting to fish meat. Why is it not converting to fish meat? Convert all fish. Yes. Jolly good. Oh wait, who's that? Oh no, it's just another ship. Friendly, all good. Oh my god, what was that? Oh, it's you. Oh no, it's not you, it's someone else. Oh, it's my old Canadian buddy. Someone I used to play Naval Action with. The Gross Venter. Is that how you spell it? I think that's how you spell it. You know what? Let's have a look. How do you spell Lagos Venter? I don't do spelling very well. No, wrong one. Fleets. There we go. Lagos Venter. I did have it right. It's really good. I believe the translation is something like fat belly or something. I think it kind of translates to, or something like that. I can't remember. Just took a Lagos Venter. Dragging it back to Port Royal, Kingston now. Also have a Zebek frigate. Yeah, I'm just replying to a Canadian friend who I used to be in a clan with in here. We formed our own little when we joined the French faction, when I joined the French faction, and they basically cancelled their alliance with the British faction, which then put me in a bit of a dodgy position because, well, I'm British and I'm sort of British till I die kind of thing. I couldn't change back again. I had like a cooldown before I could change back, so I was kind of stuck on the French faction. So me and a bunch of Canadian chaps who were outraged at the fact that the French had basically surrendered. The French faction basically surrendered to the Danes. Pretty much, they pretty much threw, you know. And oh no, alright, we've been defeated. We'll, you know, cease hostilities with the Danes and betray the British. Obviously, the French saw it differently. They were saying, "Oh, you didn't help us against the Danes. The problem was, right? Here's where the British is in this area of the sea, and here's where the French is, way over here. And here's obviously where the Danes are, in between the two, but much closer to the French than the British. So, what did they expect the British faction to be able to do? Sail all their players way over there? It would have taken them hours. So in like a single day or two, most of the French territory was overrun. The French threw in a towel and they didn't like it, and they were, well, okay, we've been defeated, whatever. Yeah, they basically blamed the British faction, and like I said, it left me in a little bit of a position. I was kind of like, well, I'm kind of flying a French flag, but I'm flying a French flag on the British behalf as like a, you know, an appointed person or whatever. But it also meant that I then started getting attacked by British ships because who didn't know me, they didn't know who I was, and I was trying to explain to them, no, I am here for you. I am British. I'm just stuck on the French faction for now. But a lot of the players didn't give a fuck. They're like, no, you're flying a French flag, therefore I'm going to attack you. And it was like, shit. But the guy I was just chatting to on Steam a second ago, and about 7 or 8 others from the French faction, we formed a little guild, a little clan under the French flag that could be recognised. Because if I click on one of these guys here, for example, not him either, because he's a brand new player. And that is an NPC. Oh, typical. Every other bloody player I seem to click on has it. Horatio Edwards. See, he's in a clan. If I click on that clan GA, that's obviously the clan's initials. I don't know what that stands for. I don't know what GA clan is. But like this guy, clan, he's a clan called Armed. So it shows the players like clan tag basically. So we made a recognisable clan tag that the British faction could recognise, and then they wouldn't attack us, and it allowed us to continue fighting the Danes, who were fighting originally anyway. So we was fighting the Danes alongside the British in French ships, and the French faction really didn't like it. They didn't like it at all. They're like, no, you're meant to be the French faction. You should be doing what the majority of the French faction says, and we were like, nope, we were like the resistance, basically is what we were referring to ourselves as. So yeah, it made us a little bit unpopular with the other players, but whatever. I couldn't give a monkey's toss myself. Right, we've arrived at Kingston. Just going to check my messages again because I've been getting messages from my my friend. Around loafing on the ground. I am acting as a privateer, doing my own thing. There we go. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to sell some of these ships I no longer need. So let's bring the guns off the ships. Ship knowledge, I can't do anything with those. Right, so let's sell the rattlesnake, 17,000. If I put it on sale, please remove modules canned. I have. Oh, I still got stuff in the bloody hell, in the hold. Got to remove everything from it. Luckily, it doesn't let you sell it with stuff in there. Otherwise, I would have accidentally sold it with all that gear there. Convert all fish. I need to sort out this warehouse. It's a little bit messy at the moment. Right. Rum can go to where the rum is. The rig repairs go to the rig repairs. Hull repairs there. Let's have a look. How much are rattlesnakes going for right now? 50,000. If I sell mine for 40,000, because, well, I don't care. I captured it, so I'm not saying gonna, No. Could I set it for 40,000? Yeah, let's set it for 40,000. 40,000. Put on sale. Are you... There we go. Marvellous. Is it still taking place up in my... It isn't. Brilliant. Okay. I'm running out of time. I'm not going to have time to do my last mission, am I? Fuck. Let's sell the Cerberus as well. No longer need that. So let's unload the hold. Hull repairs. Rum. Guns are already off. And how much are Cerberus selling for? 5th rate. Cerberus 72,000. Put it up for 50. Let's undercut everyone. 50,000. Put on sale. Contains 1 upgrade. Yep, jolly good. Alright, I'll keep the Rename, obviously. And I'll now put my La Grosse Venta into the docks. Marvellous, marvellous. Bloody brilliant. There she is. Let's have a look. Equipment. So 9-pounders. So 9-pounder long guns. Or I can have 24-pounder carronades. Ooh. I don't know. I think I'll keep it with the long ones for now. But I'm going to take this thing out. This is my... what? 280 fucking crew? Bloody hell. This is the ship I've not sailed yet. I'm just looking at what to load into it. What guns? 32-pound carronades. Wow. Okay. Bollocks. Right. I may have to cancel my last mission, which is a shame. I don't want to. Actually, no, I'm not going to finish just yet. I'm going to do one more mission. I've said it in the description that I'm taking out the Zebek. So I'm going to the Requin. So Rename. Let's unload the Rename's guns, because I may have to use those. 9-pounders. No. I'll take him from the Le Gros Venter, if that's how you pronounce it. I don't know if it is. I don't care either. Do I have any other? I do have more. No, I don't. Oh, they're mediums. But I want longs. I need longs, so it is going to be from the Rename then. So longs from the Rename. Just unload everything. Unload the lot. I'm going to have to sort this out because it's a little bit messy. Right, Requin and load long guns in. 9-pounders. 11. What's 11? Oh, 2-pounders. Fuck. And that's the front. So I'm gonna have to load some 2-pounders in on the bow. A pair of 2-pounders. The smallest gun in the game. Almost worth it out. It's like a little pop gun, little swivel pop gun kind of thing. There it is. There you go. Wait a minute. It's not loading in. Why isn't it loading in? Ah, oh, don't be like that, game. Come on, for fuck's sake. So why is it saying? Why is it saying 11 when it doesn't allow it? That's shit. Why does it do that? That's obviously a bug or something. I'm assuming it's. You can't get £2 longs, can you? Why is it doing that? Oh, it's 4 it needs, that's why. Oh, what a dickhead. That makes sense now. Right, here we go again. Let's try that again, shall we? Right, 4 of those in there, and then in the rear, the Stone Chasers, we have 8 class. Is that 8 class? It is 8. Class 8. Let's put a pair of long 6s in then. I'll have some long 6s going spare right now. Okay, jolly bloody good. Let's load up a mission. Let's make it a little bit easier. I've never sailed this ship before, so I'm not going to go out and do a proper Master and Commander mission. I'll do one from the rank before. I'll do a Lieutenant Commander one, purely because I don't know how this ship handles. I've not sailed it ever. So let's take. Oh, fuck's sake! I've not loaded it with any hull repairs or anything. There we go. Split that. A bit more than that, I think. I'm gonna have to build some more rig repairs and hull repairs and stuff soon, I think. There we go. Right, let's head out. Did I pick up a mission? I did. It's there. Let's go and do it. Like I said, I've not done anything with this ship yet, so there you go. It's a bit of a weird looking ship. It's called a Zebek frigate. It's fore and aft sailing. It's not square rigged like them ones. Very good for sailing into the wind and so on. Very, very good for privateering, apparently. Quite a fancy looking thing, isn't it? The quarterdeck and the poop here at the back. Where it like arches up like that. It's, yeah. Alright, so let's get the protractor on. No, let's do it from here. It's right up against the wind. Would you believe it? The direction I have to sail. It's literally right into the wind. This thing is like a speedboat. Look at it go. It's like through the waves and stuff. It's right. So it's just south of Port Morant. Right into the feckin' wind. But this is meant to be able to sail well into the wind. So hopefully, I don't lose my way too much. My steerage rate. Oh wow. It literally sails into the wind. That's really impressive. Albeit, yeah, that's cool. Most ships now will be doing a third of this speed. I can see why it's good for privateering. You can run out and catch ships and run back into port again. Fun. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this thing, I think. Although its big red sails are a little bit of a "I'm over here, come get me" kind of thing. So let's quickly go and chase after my mission, if I can find it. Should be somewhere over there. Looking for a cross sword somewhere in the sky. Let's come about. Let's tack through the wind. Right. I'm not seeing it yet. It should be somewhere over there. Still no sign of it. Oh, what's that? Oh, crikey. Santa Sima with 24 large ships. That is just asking for a massive fleet battle, that is. Albeit that's obviously British and yeah. But if another PvP, if a large player fleet was to come by from the enemy team, that would be a nice target for them, I'd wager. Right, let's tack again. Because where I'm going is more out to sea. There's Port Morant, or the entryway to Port Morant, I think. Yeah, I'd say so, more or less. So my mission is probably over this way somewhere. They kind of blend into the sky quite well, even when you can sort of, even when it's rendered in the cross swords in the sky, which is your mission sort of marker, telling you where your mission is, your like admiralty mission or whatever. I often sail past it without realising. There it is. Combat water. There we go. That's where we're heading. And hopefully this ship handles well in battle. Like I said, I've not taken it into battle yet, so this is my first time taking this thing in to a fight. Hoping it performs really well. It's probably going to be more suited for grabbing onto trade ships and the like. What I might try and do with it, if I can at some point in the future maybe come over to here to St. Louis or Les Cayes, and then I can kind of do some privateering around here, or maybe even go further still, take it to like a free town like Aves or Aves. That'd be fun. Take it there, and just operate out of Aves and take prizes and prizes and prizes and make loads of money. It's a long way off though, that is. I might be better suited maybe coming up towards Cuba or something. Georgetown, any other free ports around? Freetown, Great Corn, maybe down there. Lots of pirates down there though. Oh crap, I've gone past it. That was close. Wasn't paying attention. Alright, here we go. Right, so I want my front ammunition to be chain. I have 4 guns on the front, 4 2-pounders, which is quite funny. I think a musket has a bigger caliber. And you can see them there, in fact, on the front. If you look at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, they are in fact silver guns. There they are. Oh, that's quite funny. But whatever, as long as they do the job. What am I up against? I'm up against a surprise. This could be, well, a bit of a surprise. I don't know what kind of damage this thing can take, nor how it handles going around into the wind and so on. Guess I'll find out soon enough though. Same again, I may have to run, I don't know. Oh, don't tell me. I didn't load fucking chain, did I? I might not even be able to take chain. It's £2. Chain shot might be a bigger caliber gun. Let's try. Yeah. No, it looks like they can only take ball rounds. In that case, let's put chain into the rear. He's firing his round up. This is going to be messy. I've got a feeling it's going to hurt somewhat. Right, here we go. What we're about to receive. Oh, that wave couldn't come at a worse time. There was a bit of a ripple in the water, and it did cause a lot of my shots. Fuck. It did cause a fair few of my shots to smash into the sea. And this thing is handling a tree. Look at it go round. Look at that. By and large now, means the wind's right up behind me. Although I am losing speed, and I'm losing way at that angle to the wind. Look at me, look. Right. Now that is HMS Surprise. Neff. I don't know if you've ever seen the film of Requin, Master and Commander, Far Side of the World. That is the ship that's in there, basically. Or it's meant to be, at least. Oh, he's fucking badass. On the down roll. So I'm not going to mess around with this guy. I'm literally just going to sink him. There's going to be no trying to capture or anything. I do want a surprise, because the surprise is actually one of my favourite ships in this game. I find it to be very, very handy, very, very manoeuvrable. Well, this is actually the ship itself. Actually, this one here is the frigate I'm sailing here. It's also very, very manoeuvrable. I can feel it. It's amazing. Very, very fast as well. Sails well into the wind, which is nice. A lot of ships can't do that. He's blowing great gold in it, and it's not nice. My guns take a long time to reload, but I don't know why. That was a good broadside though. Yeah, my guns do appear to be they're not taking ages to reload. I'm not entirely sure why that is. I don't like it, I don't like much. I'm going to come around and try and get about on his starboard side, the side that I'm facing now. Again, all my shots straight at sea. See that? Not very good. Oh crap. I'm going to get boarded if I'm not careful. If I lose my way too close to him, he will board me, and that'll be the end of my Zebec frigate before I've even had a chance to properly take it out for sea trials and run its courses. Ah, he's going to wreck me. So I can take it. It's amazingly fast into the wind, it really is. But I guess that's what it's designed to do. It's designed that way. shouldn't have turned back. He just stern raped me, retreat there. I'll just give him a broadside into his sails there, just in my bid to try and take away some of his manoeuvrability. Because he is a very, the Surprise is a very manoeuvrable ship, I find. I'm kind of getting my distance a bit now. Surprise has more guns than I do. Considerably more guns, in fact. I mean, this has only got 12 guns per side. That thing has got 19 guns per side. And that's not even including the 2 bow chasers and the 4 stern chasers that it has. So I'm kind of trying to keep my distance a little bit. He's took up my rudder, which is bloody marvellous. Broadside there is shocking. I'm going to have to do an urgent repair, I think, because my... Heck, what have I just done? Oh, nothing. I can't have my rudder being knocked about because I need that for this ship to sail properly. For a bit so I can get my bearings back. And plus, while he's facing home to me, I'm better off going for his sails anyway. Like so. Sails away a little bit, do a little bit of damage to his sails at least. Let's turn towards it, try and get him amongst him for a bit. He's actually doing a bit of damage to me there, I don't like it. A nice shiny new ship and smashing it to pieces. No. Oh no, you don't. See, look, it's very manoeuvrable to Surprise. Look at him come around. He's going to be able to bring his... I was hoping to turn inwards on his other side, but alas no. But he's in the wind. He's right into the wind. Not that mad, he's still blasting. He's damaging me good. Oh shit, we're gonna crash. So many of my shots are going straight into the water. I'm not entirely sure why. Well, I do know why, my shit aim. But I think it's because the way my ship is like heeling over like this as well isn't helping much. He's actually stuck in stays there. He's got stuck in, like, facing into the wind. And he's about to rake me again by the looks of it. Stern rake me with his starboard guns. Bad little broadside actually. I've done a fair bit of damage to him. So this ship is quite nice. It's very handy. Large crew as well. 280 man crew. And fair sized caliber guns. Although only 12 per side. I just took my rudder out again. God's sake. I keep hitting my rudder out. Let's get these bell chasers, these 2 pound swivel ones. Firing. Let's get in the stern, I think. He's even bouncing off the stern, look at that. That weak. really is. He's kicking my ass. Hopefully he'll come about now to his starboard, onto the starboard side again. It's the starboard side that I'm kind of concentrating on peppering. Again with the fucking wave. Only 3 of those 12 shots hit, and he's destroyed one of my guns as well. He's unshipped one of my guns. As you can see at the bottom there, it says 11, whereas before it said 12. I'm not sure if I'm going to win this. I'm starting to doubt whether I'm going to defeat this guy or not. What I might do, I might need to do a flyby double shot while he's stuck in stays. The concentration is real right now. Come on, guns, hurry up and load. Right, is it? I think he's out. Yeah, he's out of stays. Oh, surprise! It's very weatherly. It's a very good ship. Let's make our way to windward, which is ironically just happens to be the direction I'm heading now. Take a break, repair ship, I think. So he's going to get into this bow chasers now. I can take some of the wind out of his sails, literally. As well as figuratively with my stern chasers. Although he's coming around from the board side by the looks of it, so I'm going to turn inwards slightly, so I'm slightly angled. Helps the shots bounce. Yeah, they don't sink straight away, Neff. It does take them a little bit of time to... It's meant to emphasise, if you had the same happened to you, the little ship's compass sort of diagram in the bottom left there, that will start to fill up with like a blue, like water, and when it gets to the top, that's when you sink. And obviously they'll have their pumps going, trying to pump out the water, so you can combat it and slow it down. So it's not just a matter of once that's your armour gone, that is it, you sink straight away. It does take a good few minutes for it to sort of take hold and the water to sort of gain more. It's meant to sort of like simulate the ship filling with water, basically. Your men abandoning ship and so on. The ships wouldn't just sink just like that. They'll take a few minutes probably in real life. Even these old sailing ships that were obviously made of wood. Oh man, this is a really... I don't know, he's kind of winning. Well, he is winning, so kind of bad. He is winning. Rather frustratingly. I don't know if those 2-pounders are doing anything to its sails. God, even his stern guns do a considerable amount of damage to me. Luckily, most of that was I missed. Right, it's completely wrecked my rudder now. So I'm going to go for an urgent repair. Repair my rudder back up. Let's see if I can hit him with a nice fat broadside now. Oh, he's sounds worse than it looks, hopefully. Now, if you're successfully taking down his side armour plus the central bar as well, even if it's taken a few minutes for him to sink, it sounds like you're doing a good job, to be honest with you. Yeah, sounds good. You will come across frustrations where you just think, oh, how the f you'll see people doing manoeuvres in their ships, and you just think, how the fuck did they manage to do that? But yeah, it's all good. It does take a bit of learning. It took me ages to figure it out, to be honest with you, and I'm still not very good at it now. I'm just about holding on here. Oh shit, here we go. What is so good about this ship is how well it sails upwind, like now. It's hardly losing speed at all. In fact, it's gaining speed. Look at that, look how fast it's gaining speed as it heads away. And the surprise is just like, you know, trying to turn away from the point of the wind there to get underway again. Although the guns are taking a long time to load, I can't figure out why. Let's hit him with a double shotted. And this is going to have to be it after this battle. I'm going to head back to port and call it a night because it's midnight, and I should have been getting mad down about an hour ago, really. Working in the morning and all that. Right, let's do this. Double shotted. Turn towards her, turn towards her. God, he's just destroying me. Gradually destroying me. So it feels like. Even the stern guns are like shocking. Got any more repairs I can do? I don't for another 5 minutes. I might not be here in 5 minutes. I might be fucking sinking in my brand new Zebek. Oh yes, yes, just managing to keep ahead of. Yes, very good, very good. Just managed to keep ahead of his broadside. Then I saw you. Sure you saw. Right, here we go. Time for my own to come by and double shotted. Excellent. That was a good broadside. That was. Double loaded, obviously. Right, I've run out of double. I have run out of double. Systematically just boom, boom, one gun after the other. He's done it my rudder again. My rudder is obviously quite vulnerable in this ship. There it is, you can see it's been hit a few times. Oh yes. Right, as it turns out, as things are about to come to a close on this battle here, I've actually smashed him, really. When you look at my ship's sort of armour compared to his now, in the long run, obviously I've done a repair or two, but in the long, you know, in the great scheme of things, in the strategy of things, I've actually smashed it, which is great. And obviously if I was playing against a player right now, if that was a player ship, I don't think his gunnery would be as accurate. I mean, it may well be, but as you can see, this thing, it's sort of like side rail was quite close to the water. I imagine it being quite difficult to hit. The sails, however, you know, clear as day. You can't miss them. Right, that's the end of that. That's put an end to his fun and games. He'll start to slow down now and lose his way, and he'll start to sink. Doesn't mean he's not finished shooting though. I have a leak. I have a leak aboard. So my crew are going to repair that. Shot. Oh, good. See, my long-range gunnery is better than my short-range bleeding gunnery. When I'm up close, I always fucking miss, but when I go for a nice long shot like that, I get some good hits on him. I mean, he's lost his way now. He's filling up the water. So, get wrecked. And what is quite surprising is not a single ball has gone through my sails so far. Even though they're so big and triangular and obvious. But I like the ship, I like it. It's strange shape as well, you know, it's interesting. If I stay before him, like, you know, where I am now, he only has two small 6 pounders, I think they are, that can hit me. None of his other guns can bear. So if I stay here, sort of, you know, his bow chaser's going to go. That's about it. Let's wait for him to sink. There he goes. That's it. Right. Let's come out of the battle, sail back to port and call it a night. Where am I? I need to head that way. That can't be right. I need to... Yeah, that is right. I need to head that way. Right. 77,000 plus the 5,000 rewards from the Admiralty for that last battle. Bloody marvellous. But I think this thing isn't really a it's not like a not used for that kind of thing that I'd use it for then. It's more a chase and catch kind of ship, I think. Yeah, more for catching other privateers, big massive, you know, ships full of gold and stuff. Like that Legros Venta earlier, this would have been ideal for taking that on. So it's going to put fish, and I'm going to have to do a trade run, probably, maybe tomorrow, down to Bone Cay, where I've got my main depot down there, So I'll probably do a trade run down there. Take all my fish meat with me and stuff, and then from there I can continue onwards if need be down to South America down here, or Central America even, and try and sell it. What's he sailing in? Oh, he's in some sort of brig. Right, so I'm probably going to end the stream right there actually. I'll finish the rest as I go round. But I am done for the night. I am really tired now. It's nearly 12:30 night. I'll be up quite early in the morning with my son, no doubt. And I have work tomorrow. So, probably should have ended it some time ago. But never mind. No biggie. Yes. So thank you very much for watching. And Neff, thank you very much for watching intently and actually getting the game. Hopefully I'll catch up with you in game soon, and we can go out and do some privateering. See if we can get ourselves some nice juicy loot. But yes, I hope you enjoy the game and the tutorial and stuff like that, and have fun and everything. And I'll see you again soon. And thank you all everyone. Cheerio and good night.